Up in store or stock up online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon today.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
That's right. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, friends. How are you, Bartholomew?
Good morning, neighbors.
I never really watched Mr. Rogers when I was a
Boom
kid.
Bach is going through a loaf of bread. Before I saw him out there, before he walked in, he's going through a loaf of bread in 30 seconds.
What is it, Captain Carb? What's going on? Boombaka, what are you trying to soak up the alcohol from last night? What are we, a rough night?
Absolutely.
Rough night? Tearing it up?
Look at him. He can't even get a swallow in. He's so dehydrated.
Yeah.
Good morning, my neighbors.
Yes. Yes.
You too.
Thank you for not saying the censored part, Bart.
No problem. You got the dump button, though. You close to it?
No, he said it last week.
I'd rather not press it, though.
He said it last week. We sent out a clip with him saying it last week.
I forgot on YouTube you can't say anything.
Well, it made it out there anyway. It is Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app and over on YouTube. We have a few different things that we can do today, and we're going to do them all. I think that we should just start here. This Joe Schoen thing continues to kind of mystify me as to what the Giants are thinking on all of this. And Ian O'Connor was the first one who brought this up yesterday in a tweet about the idea that Joe Schoen may not be necessarily a lock to be the GM in the future. Here he was on DHR yesterday afternoon.
When you say lead, that infers that the person will be there through the conclusion of the search and then beyond. Right. And I did get pushback on that. It's interesting that choice, lead the search. Well, you can't say for now because the Giants right now need to project a front of strength. When they contact agents and when they contact coaches through third parties, they need to project some strength right now because they're in a very weak position otherwise. So you can't say he will lead the search for now. I think that's something down the road. The Giants needed to get their legs underneath them a little bit here, buy themselves some time, catch their breath. All right, we fired Daboll, and to also fire Schoen yesterday. Now, you could argue, hey, why not hand it over to Brandon Brown and Abrams and let them do it on an interim basis, let them make these phone calls and get this thing going. They could have done that, but they decided not to. And I do really think they want to look at these 7 games and see how Joe Schoen's players play without Brian Daboll coaching them.
This is one of those situations, Bart, where I always ask the question, how does this work exactly? Because it never works. It never works when you're keeping one piece in place and you're bringing somebody else in, because eventually the other one that was here is going to get fired. And it's going to be because the coach, in this case, will have more strength, and frankly, he should. Like, I don't understand what the point is here outside of leading the search and John Mara's health, because we don't know what's going on there. What is the point of keeping him as the general manager of this team when clearly so many mistakes have been made?
It's like Phil Jackson drafting Neil Aquina and leaving. It's like, what are we doing? If we don't trust this guy to run the organization, you're going to bring him in potentially and then say, okay, the new coach comes in and say, I'm not working with him. Like Liam Cohen, like you said yesterday.
With Trent Baalke.
And say, I'm not working with him. Like, I'll go back to Tampa and I'll become the highest paid assistant. Like, okay, well, wait. We don't care about him that much. Get rid of him. Like, so if Shane is on, or what if you get in and the first year with the new coach is horrible, and he's like, man, look what I got to work with. Then you fire Shane, so now you got a new coach having to find a new general manager to figure out how to build a team after you wasted a year. In this league, you might get 3 years as a coach, maybe. If it's really bad, we've seen guys like Vance Joseph get fired in a year. We've also seen
Gerard Mayo.
Yeah, Gerard Mayo get fired in a year. Yeah, seems like a theme. Anyway, but but you talk about like 2 years, you talk about 3 years max. So you mean you're going to give me a general manager and I'm going to get another general manager? So now I've already wasted 1 year to 3 years that I have to prove that I can win in this league and be a good coach? No, I want to start off with somebody I trust, somebody that I think that I can have conversations with. We always talk about how the head coach is the CEO of the organization because he speaks, he does all the PR, he's the one that talks to the media every day. The general manager isn't doing any of that. Right? The general manager, if we were talking about like who's in control of the organization, who's the face of the organization, is usually the head coach. General manager is usually second. Now, every once in a while you have outliers like Scott Pioli because he became a famous guy because he went from one place with the Buffalo Bills and then he built something with Peyton Manning. Ozzie Newsome is a guy that was like a celebrity general manager. But I don't think John Lynch is any bigger than Kyle Shanahan. So, like, in this league, the coaches are still the faces. And especially now when you look at all these general managers, they're all first-time general managers. These are all the executives where you want to talk about Joe Ortiz getting picked up. You want to talk about Eric DeCoste finally taking over for Ozzie. These are all first-time guys. If you're going to get a coach, especially if you're saying, hey, I'm going to go get a guy like Mike McCarthy or I'm going to go get a guy like Sean McDermott, I'm hoping to get John Harbaugh, or let's see if Mike Tomlin shakes loose. I ain't listening to this dude. We probably secretly laughed. We probably secretly laughed at some of the players and some of the moves and decisions that you've made. Now I'm going to come work with you? Nah, bro. I don't respect you like that. I'd much rather, if I'm one of these coaches like John Harbaugh, what's going to make me want to walk away from Baltimore and have a conversation with Steve Bisciotti unless I'm saying, hey, Steve, this is an outstanding opportunity for me because you've put together a tremendous roster. I mean, I have Lamar Jackson. I mean, I have all these young players, Kyle Hamilton. Yeah, I'm going to go over here. But you can say, hey, I'm going over here because I'm a general manager and a head coach. They're giving me all the power. This is something that's unprecedented. This is something that in New York, a deal that I couldn't refuse.
The most important word in success of organizations is alignment. Alignment. You need to have alignment among everybody. And I think it's incredibly difficult to do that unless you bring in the entirety of the operation together. When you don't do that, when you split it up, you're hoping that it's going to work, but it takes a while for everybody to see if they're going to get on the same page. And in some cases, they know coming in the door they're not going to get on the same page. I will say whatever I have to say, and then I will do whatever I want to do. And I will force that other guy out.
Yeah.
And do you think that when the Jets got rid of Mike McCagnon, and when they did it after the draft, that Adam Gase didn't have some say in that whole thing?
Oh, yeah.
Of course he did. Of course, then Gase brought his guy in who couldn't wait to get rid of him.
Right.
With Joe Douglas.
Oh, Joe Douglas is my best friend. Hey, yeah, sorry, Gase, we got to let you go. What? I would have got you the job.
You kept losing.
You firing me?
You kept losing.
How you firing me? I don't want got you the job.
Here's the point. When you have alignment, you have a chance. If you don't have alignment, you don't have a chance.
Well, John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan.
Yes. And I believe
Shanahan hired
John Lynch. Yes. And this is kind of the way this happens now. If we're being truthful, like when we want to talk about the Jets, none of us know what's going to happen here. But we know they have alignment because what happened? Aaron Glenn basically helped hire Darren Muji.
Right.
Aaron Glenn talked to Sean Payton about Darren Muji. Aaron Glenn took that recommendation. Are we on the same page? Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Because here's the thing. Typically, the coach has more credibility and is a more proven commodity, even be it as a coordinator, than is the young exec that was the assistant general manager or was the head of college scouting, right? That's a more unproven process than being a general manager, right? So you see a lot of these guys are coming from, oh, he was the assistant general manager or he was the head of college scouting, like when Phil Savage, left the Baltimore Ravens and went to become the general manager of the Cleveland Browns. Usually that coach has been front and center more, and he's usually had more opportunities because usually that coach is desired by multiple teams.
Yeah.
Where that exec is kind of like a hidden gem that you don't really know about.
Yep. You have to have guys who really understand what the goal is, how you're trying to accomplish it, and the path and journey of which you're going to take to get there. That's number one. Joe Schoen, with all of that said, has to go. Has to go at the end of the year. If you want to keep him around right now for clerical work and to lead the search, that's fine.
Why is he leading the search when he's only going to lead the search with one of his guys? And then,
again, I take lead the
then
search.
Then that guy's going to bring in his general manager.
I take lead the search a lot less seriously than I think a lot of other people do. Like, if he's presenting me with guys that I have no interest in, then there's nothing to talk about.
But I'd rather have a firm that can present to me in an analytical way, these are the guys that we picked. I mean, they're probably using ChatGPT or AI. These are the guys we picked. These are the reasons why we picked them. These are the best candidates based on these metrics, right?
Yeah.
So wouldn't you rather have a firm of people, especially a firm that are from former general managers and former executives?
Here's my problem. You know that there can absolutely be agendas in there, too.
Oh, of course.
It's.
But at least you may get better candidates that you can filter through the system, opposed to one man that's trying to figure out how to get a coach that's going to like him.
But if I'm around the league, do I know who the candidates are who I should be talking to?
But here's the thing though. You're looking for two people instead of one, right? You're trying to pair and match up symmetry between general manager and coach. When Shane is looking for it, he's just looking for coach.
Yes.
Not knowing that eventually you're going to fire his ass too.
But he knows that, and how do I trust his evaluation? He's going to want to pick somebody who might be weaker.
Right.
He thinks that he might have a chance to have success with, but is not somebody who is going to try to shove him out the door at the first turn.
Exactly, which puts your organization behind again.
So
you just keep going down the rabbit hole. We sitting on this hamster wheel.
That's number one. Number two, I don't know about you, but when my phone dinged this morning, and it was a group text from Tom, and it said from Adam Schefter and Jordan Raanan that this week Jameis Winston will start at quarterback for the Giants, I could not have been happier.
I like this type of party.
I was sitting in a mountain of traffic right where the New Jersey Turnpike meets Newark Airport in 78.
Ooh.
I couldn't move for 15 minutes.
Ooh.
And I just saw it, and I said, oh, thank God. Thank God.
Thank God for you selfish son of a gun.
No, just because at least I'm calling the game this week on ESPN Radio National, and I want to have some entertainment. I'm sorry. I don't want a boring football game, and I know with Jameis, I'm not going to get a boring football game, but I also know with the Giants, Jameis gives me more of a chance.
You might have a shootout.
Yes.
Because, listen, Green Bay is coming here backs against the wall. They just got embarrassed. They lost 2 in a row. They lost to the Carolina Panthers. People are looking at Jordan Love like, hey, is he – and I've been saying this. Jordan Love and Trevor Lawrence leaves a lot to be desired, and these are guys that are making $200+ million. You talk about, maybe Trevor Lawrence being somebody that could shake loose. I wouldn't want him as a Jets guy, not with that salary and not with how he's showing the inability. They've given him everything that he needed to be successful. They started with Christian Kirk, went on and got Evan Ingram, drafted Travis Hunter, which
that's out for the year.
Right, yeah. Listen, miss me with all this he's a unicorn stuff. Every time we get a unicorn, the last unicorn we have is Anthony Richardson who got put night-night. Like he's supposed to be an alien. Yeah, your ass ran into Men in Black. But to your point, like this is a crucial decision. I'm happy that Jameis Winston is starting because we're going to at least not be bored to death. It's one thing to be bad. It's one thing to be boring and bad. Yep. I'd rather see 6 interceptions with 2 pick sixes and Jameis try and lay somebody out after he throw a pick than watch Russell just fold up in the pocket and get sacked and, clapping his hands and saying, come on, guys. Like, this is going.
I'm just praying for the Lord to deliver me from pick sixes.
Yeah, baby. But if he deliver you, and I am delivered, that's what you need. You need that guy. You need the Antoine guy. I am delivered. That should be the answer to Jameis. But, we know Jameis is capable, like Joe Flacco, of going on these mini runs like he did in Cleveland, where he can have one of these 5-touchdown days. And, like, the thing is, we have no film, and the Green Bay Packers have no film of Jameis Winston in this offense.
None.
Oh, God. We can see something beautiful.
We could.
He can be airing that thing out like Rodney Peete in the run and shoot with Barry Sandbag.
I couldn't be happier about this. And it's just more than anything, and I think the primary thing they're doing is they're doing this for the fans, because the fans understand that when we watch Russ, it's just going to be boring. And it's going to be bad enough on Sunday that this is going to be a home game for the Packers.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be so – you know how ugly that yellow is going to look against that gray? It's going to pop. It's going to pop. Yellow and cheese heads everywhere?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a problem. It's a problem.
I guarantee you it's going to be some fights in the stands. I guarantee. Somebody going to smack off one of them cheese heads because somebody going to be getting overzealous.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody going to smack one of them cheese heads off. Hire extra security.
Then there's this. This is unbelievable how on the nose it is. You know, John Gruden does the quarterback camp thing.
I'm surprised people still go to those things.
Well, he does it. He works at Barstool, and he still does great analysis of what he's doing.
Well, perfect place for him.
Well, here's the point. He does it every year with the young quarterbacks who are coming into the draft. And he sits down and talks with them about what he sees and goes over film with them. This is John Gruden, pre-draft, this past offseason, sitting down with Jackson Dart, watching tape.
I want you to change your playing style.
Yes, sir.
I think it's reckless, I think it's careless, and I think it's dangerous. You're the only guy that can't play with a sore right shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't play without you. You've come out of some games now.
Right.
You had your ass knocked off and you sucked it up and went back in the game. But talk to me about some of these hits. Why won't you go out of bounds? Why won't you go down?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you're going to be in that concussion protocol tent, and I'm going to be holding the game plan going, where the hell is Dart at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Write it down, Evil Knievel. That's who you are. You're going to jump over a freaking canyon out there in Utah. Is that what you're going to do in your off season? I mean, you did it at USC. You haven't changed. Why haven't you changed?
Yeah, it's definitely something that when I watch back and in those moments, I definitely are like, all right, like that's not smart. It's not a smart hit to take. So that's definitely something I'm going to, get better at. But, in my mind, I'm always trying to be +2 and
plus what?
+2.
What's that?
Anytime you get hit with contact, I want to fall 2 yards forward.
Yeah, well, that's all great, but not anymore.
I mean, could you be any more spot on there than Gruden was?
+2. Like, bro, who are you, Brandon Jacobs? The hell are you talking about? We don't care if you +2. We want to make sure you get up.
Yep.
Like Gruden said, you're the only guy that can't play with a sore right shoulder, bro. A linebacker can. And liar, liar, pants on fire. Because he sat up there and looked John Gruden in the face and said, yeah, I'm going to try and change. But then, when you hate somebody, when you tell them something and they act like they're accepting what you're saying, then they say, but. Ain't no but. Don't do it. And listen, John Gruden has forgotten more football than Jackson Dart. He's seen a lifetime of football. And we've seen this movie before. We saw it with Andrew. See, this is the thing. Andrew Luck had no choice. They couldn't protect him. David Carr had no choice. They couldn't protect him. Jackson Dart, this is self-inflicted. So, you're going to learn, listen, what's that little chart, Boombaka? You go up, go across. The longer you mess around, the more you go find out.
Blank around and find out.
Yeah.
And where the two intersect.
He's going to find out. He come back this year. Listen, this is the thing. If he comes back this year and plays, it may not even be a reckless run. Now that dome's already soft, it could just be a regular sack, a blindside sack. You're already exposed, and you're already the most vulnerable person on the field anyway, because you got 11 people trying to hit you that you may or may not even see. And now you're already one down because you put that on yourself.
I really think that there's been so much malpractice here. And it's not just the coach. We cannot leave the quarterback without fault. He has to be smarter. And here's how I know he is smarter, but he's still doing stupid things. 2 or 3 times the other day, on the first couple of runs, not design runs, but on the first couple of runs, he slid. He understood what he was doing. He slid.
And then
he took dumb hits.
Start feeling himself.
You can absolutely rip Daboll all you want, because I personally don't believe Daboll was being tough enough and saying the right things that it was getting through, because they didn't want to take away his edge with the way he plays. Oh. Shit's so freaking stupid to have that kind of a mentality. But, guys, this is on the kid, too. You have to – he's a young kid, and he's going to learn. But, like, if you're not learning right now, 4 times in the concussion protocol, 10.
Well,
4 times.
Well, you might not listen, there's 4 times in, 10 games? And he didn't start the first 2?
Yeah.
So, like, he's on a 2-to-1 ratio. So
and one of them was during the preseason, too.
Right. But he's on a 2-to-1 ratio. So, like, we look up, he's destined for that 10th at least 2-3 more times.
It just doesn't make any sense.
I'm telling you, and once that head gets soft, if he has a real concussion, like a concussion where he's having
it's
symptoms.
real.
No.
I mean, like what you're about to say is real. I'm sorry.
If he's having, like, if he had the one where he had migraines, he was nauseous, couldn't read, couldn't look at
need the lights
TV.
out.
Yeah, need the lights dim. If he had that one, that brain nice and soft, and it's all soft, right? You got damage on it, right? It's a bruise on the brain, and it's a bigger bruise on the brain than just a typical, I got dinged up and I'm good in 2 days. If he has the one where he's like, when he exercises and the blood is moving and he feels sick again and the symptoms come back, I'm sitting his ass down for 3 games.
What's the point?
Yeah, I'm sitting him down for 3 games, because you come back, that head's soft. And that second impact syndrome, we saw it with Tua Tagovailoa, where his fingers went all crazy and he was doing the dub C. Yeah.
You want to see that?
And then with the opponents that he's facing coming up, the likelihoods, they got killers over there.
You can do one thing right here the rest of the season with what's gone wrong. Don't screw this up further with this kid.
I would sit him just to prove a point, to tell him how mad we are. Like,
I agree.
Even if he's healthy.
If he's cleared?
Yeah, like, I feel
try
good.
to get it across.
Nope, you down.
Yep.
Nope. Like, it's like when the general send the other people to go out and die in front of the other soldiers before he walk in. Like, let them go first. Yeah, all right, now we can go, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead, Jameis. Yeah, Russ, go ahead and go. All right, now you can go, Jackson.
There's no point. And you're right. It drive the point home with an extra game or 2.
He's like, I'm ready to go. I'll let him practice and feel good. Like, nope. Because you don't know how to listen.
Sit tight.
I can't trust you. We can't trust you. We can't trust you to do the right thing. Because John Gruden told you lied to him. You lied to us.
You know what it is? This is the thing that nobody wants to hear. He's being selfish.
Yes.
He's trying to make plays, but he's trying to be the hero.
Exactly.
And if you want to go and do that, you're being selfish. Your value is to be out there for every play as opposed to getting +2.
Yep.
That tells you everything when he made that comment.
Ooh, +2. Like, bruh, who cares?
Oh, my God.
You're 6 yards short.
So there's so much here for you at 800-919-3776. We are just getting started. It's Bart and Carlin. We've got Mike Tannenbaum coming up at 10:45. We have got audio files later in the show. We have got Sideline to Sideline later in the show. We have got How Much Did That Guy Make later in the show, Bart's favorite game. And we've got the utter stupidity of another head coach that I just do not understand. And then the topic that nobody is talking about when it comes to the Jets, and it is freaking maddening that no one has even brought it up. We will in just moments. Lines are open for you on the Giants. Does Shane deserve a chance to stay? Does Dart need to actually wake up himself? Do you blame him more than you blame the coaches? 800-919-3776. Lines are open. Go to YouTube. Leave your comments. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Heavy traffic still on the east side, southbound Harlem River Drive through the 130s, but an accident has just been cleared. Also cleared the accident we had on the Bell Parkway westbound by Rockaway Parkway. much better on 495, the viaduct at the Lincoln Tunnel, Jersey side. Police investigation, which was out there all morning and really fouled up the morning commute at the Lincoln. That has been cleared just before 9 o'clock, but the delays are still with us, about 15 to 20-minute delays, and still residual delays on the buses and the trains, but they're getting back to pretty much normal. And we've got a lot of traffic at the Cross County Parkway westbound by Route 22 at Columbus Avenue with an accident. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
Michelle's Moment here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino and Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino and Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
You know, like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them, like 1-800-BITE, back. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah?
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like, D'Agostino, law, bite back?
FanDuel's #1 sportsbook for same-game parlays. From points and rebounds to threes and assists, FanDuel is the best place to combine your favorite picks into a same-game parlay or track every stat live, all in one easy-to-use app. And right now is the perfect time to join because new customers get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So bet on the players you love the way you want. Head to FanDuel.com/Rick to sign up today. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. All in one easy-to-use app, and right now is the perfect time to join because new customers get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
Join Optimum and MSG Networks November 15th from noon to 2 p.m. at the new Gateway store for a grand opening celebration. Meet Knicks alum Larry Johnson. Plus, enjoy a family-filled day with balloon animals, face painting, and a Chick-fil-A lunch on us.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Couple of the comments coming in on YouTube. Rig PA saying, Gruden is just stating the obvious. We do not need him to do that. Really? Kind of seems like you do. because all of that was said before the season,
exactly
before the draft, and all of that is beyond true. Like, it has come true to the T,
right,
of what you would expect it to be.
I'm gonna be checking into the tent saying, "Where's Jackson at?"
Come on, our guy Black Metronome. Jameis knows how to protect himself. Dart needs to learn. Maybe that's something else that he can learn from him. But here's my thing on Dart. And Bart, I don't ever want to take away the weapon that a guy possesses.
His legs, yeah.
Yeah. But to me, he is best served using those legs when plays break down.
Right.
When plays break down, you can take off, you can make something out of nothing, you can slide.
Yeah, but when it's a design run, we all looking at you. We see you. We playing run. And we see you the one, like the power that, and that's the problem. When you have success doing something, because it emboldens you to keep doing it. And something can work and be good the first 2 times, but be horrible, horrendous the third time. He scored 2 touchdowns. Now he feeling good. Like, man, I got that invisible juice on me. I'm steaming with me, Willie beaming. And somebody was like, nope. Let me check this easy button real quick, buddy. You're done.
Let's hit the calls. 800-919-3776. Mike Tannenbaum in 10 minutes. Here's Frank in Newark up on ESPN New York. Frank, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, guys. How y'all doing? Carlin, I got to say, yesterday when you made the comparison to Tommy Boy, that had me laughing so bad I couldn't even call you guys yesterday.
Well, but you know it's true. He's holding Jackson Dart like his little pet. You're naughty. You're naughty.
Well, I got to say this. When it comes to Jackson Dart, look, the quarterback, I think we all agree, has the potential to play about 15 to 20 years in the league.
Yeah.
But Jackson Dart has to realize that doesn't happen if you don't take care of yourself and you don't protect yourself. That doesn't happen if you go contact first into the arms of these defenders. You have to learn how to go out of bounds. Now, what I will say is that Jackson Dart has shown the ability, the potential to actually learn from his mistakes. There was a couple times during the game that he slid. And there were a couple times in the game, 2 weeks ago, when he came back and scored a touchdown after throwing that interception, he's learned to put the mistakes in the back, in the rearview mirror, and go out there and perform. So he has to make that a constant effort.
But here's the thing. When the coaches aren't protecting him, it's when they're drawing up those power plays. Because you can protect your – tell me if I'm wrong about this. When it's a play that's broken down and you're running on your own, you have a better vision of what's going on. You can protect yourself easier by sliding when you see what's coming.
Yeah, but with the powers, he didn't get touched because they had the math, and they ran opposite of the strength, and they kind of tricked the defense, and you really don't have anybody for the extra guy. The problem is when he recognizes that the defense figures it out or something happens, just get down. You saw Lamar Jackson. He ran the power too. He jumped over the guy and fell down. He didn't get a hit. He didn't take a punishing blow. He got positive yards. And he's like, all right, I either run out of bounds or I'm done.
Leon Washington, not the Leon
Washington.
Washington.
I'm about to say Smoke. You know, I call it my nickname for him is Lil Smoke.
Well, I can understand why. The dude could fly. And I don't believe...
No, he's black as hell. That's why I call him Lil Smoke.
Okay. I'll just say that I would call him that because he's really fast.
Okay.
Dart will be out of the league 5 years at this rate.
Not 5, 8 to 10. It's like kind of like David Carr. Too many concussions.
He got run over. David Carr down in Houston just got flat out run over.
He was athletic as hell. He would run, too, because his line was so bad, but then he took more hits than anybody. Look at Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck was a big dude.
Yes. And he quit because he didn't want to keep taking hits like this.
He's like, my body hurts.
He's getting his bell rung all the time.
You do this +2. You may knock out some of them dudes, but I wish a quarterback, any one of them, no matter how big, would have thought they was going to get +2 against the Mad Backer.
How do you think that Andrew Luck feels right now watching Daniel Jones play with that offensive line when they couldn't get an offensive line forever for him?
You're like, this administrative stuff is for the birds. I might make a comeback. He's still young enough. 35.
And he just secured him like $50 million.
AD, well, what did he do? Ask his dad because he didn't need money when he came in.
No, he got somebody else, but he got somebody else to give them like $50 million for NIL. Like I can leave in good conscience knowing I just got your $50 million.
Exactly.
How about Jeff in Jersey next? ESPN New York. Jeff, what's up, dude?
First thing, tell Tom don't hang up on me. Got me on Monday. Me and Bart was talking about the next head coach.
Well, you got Tom's in the booth. But he ain't controlling the ones and twos. You know what I'm saying? You got Boom Baka over there. Boom Baka don't be hating like that. You know, Tom mad because I don't know. He fully rested this week. See, last week he was tired. He was tired because he was getting some action. But now he ain't getting no action this week. He all up. He's spry.
Well, don't give me the day though. But we was talking about the next coach for the Giants. So I was saying Spags. So you were saying to me, do I have confidence in Spags? 100%. The man, only DC in FLS, got 4 Super Bowl rings, and you know what he's doing. But bigger than that, I agree totally that Joe Sheen should be out. He gave Philly a Super Bowl on his platter last year when the owner told you not to do it, and you made that crazy move. And also, if Spags don't want to call the plays as HC, he always could get AP as his DC because he ran his defense when he was with the Giants. Also, I would love to see Mike Sullivan, depending on what goes with the head coach this next couple of games as OC, to see what he does. And Mike Sullivan basically was the quarterback coach under Eli, and Grant, who left Rutgers, the head coach of
Jeff.
Rutgers
Jeff, you done thought about this a lot.
Yeah.
Jeff came with receipts, research, statistics.
And this is not a knock on Sullivan. I think Sullivan's a good coach. However, if you're going to talk about Shiano hiring Sullivan down in Tampa to be the OC, you got to remember one thing about that. And not anybody would, but of course I would. He had a hard time hiring assistants because Tampa would always turn other teams down when they asked for permission to talk to their guys.
Yeah.
And so other teams were like, oh, you're going to turn us down? Okay, we're going to turn you down.
Yeah. And
so it was like down to 4th and 5th on the list before you could hire anybody. So let's not get nuts about Mike Sullivan.
Yeah. He's down there with Todd?
I don't know. Is Sullivan still on the Giants staff? I think he is.
Okay.
QB coach. Sure. I don't even remember. Put it this way. Mike Sullivan is not a difference maker as an OC that I would immediately say, we got to hire him now.
And be careful with the coordinator with four Super Bowls. He's got 4 as a coordinator because he wasn't good as a head coach.
The Spags thing. Are you against it? Are you for it? Where are you on it?
I don't think Jackson Dart needs a defensive coach. I feel like you can have an offensive coach and still have a good defense because you have the defensive personnel. You don't have a good offensive personnel, so you need a guy who has a good system that can develop quarterbacks and offenses because you're going to have to try and be imaginative because you don't have straight-up dogs yet. You're going to have to get those dogs. So I need somebody that has a great system that can scheme guys open, that can take guys' strengths and be able to utilize it. Because not, then you get a defensive guy, he don't know what's going on. The defense is good, but then the offense is bad. You can make the defense good just simply by them playing up to their potential and getting them in the right system. We know the personnel is correct. We just don't know if the scheme is correct and their principles and rules about how they take on certain plays and certain formations correct.
We got one guy in the chat. It's Marcus Blackman is always in the chat. He's talking about the Knicks. Like, why can't we talk about the Knicks?
Marcus, we're going to get to the Knicks, baby.
Just settle down. They've won 5 in a row. It's November. We're going to get to them. The Giants just fired their coach. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down.
Tune in, baby. First of all, you need to get off the chat and you need to chime in, and then maybe we'll see that on there. We'll transition to that. We're going to get to the Knicks, though.
Just settle down.
I like what I'm saying. But now I am upset that Clarkson passed my boy for the most scoring from 6-man past Vinny Johnson, man. That's disrespectful. The microwave should always be number 1. He's number 1 in my heart, no matter what, Vinny. Dude, you're the best 6-man in the history of the game.
We're talking about the Pistons. Nobody cares.
He passed Vinny Johnson.
Yeah, I know.
This is a Knicks conversation.
He's been a Knick for a month. Calm down.
Hey, we talked all about that bench being wacky D last year, not having no scoring, and he's able to score off the bench, baby.
I don't know how you don't like what you're seeing so far.
I wonder if we could
we're going to talk about the Knicks.
Maybe we should name him the microwave. Or maybe no,
that's disrespectful.
We'll call him the new wave. What you mean? Boom Baka, the new wave.
I thought that was fire.
Right, because the new wave that's the actual name of the thing.
No, I get it.
So new wave, but he's the new microwave. Oh, I'm a genius. Oh, I'm about to put that on a T-shirt.
Like Tannenbaum's going to do this
Schlittler didn't listen to me.
He should have.
I'm going to listen to myself.
Listen, Schlittler should have. Did you see what he did a couple weeks ago? Because, Schlittler was getting so much crap from people in Boston. He's from Boston.
Wow.
So much crap that he actually had to put out a statement like, listen, guys, I love Boston. I'm an all-time Bostonite. I live here. This is my family.
Chill out.
Until I'm not on that team, they're my team.
Right.
And that's what we're doing. Jeez,
Bro,
relax.
Bro, they pay me millions of dollars, bro. I might get $100 million. So shut up.
And I might get $100 million from you down the line.
Just to take it all back to the Pistons, just imagine Isaiah, one of the greatest Chicago athletes of history, he playing for Detroit. It happens.
Is there I got to just find a button here. I'm going to need a sound that just automatically throws it to commercial when he starts talking about the Pistons or kills his mic. If I had a button that could kill his mic, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about. And to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel this November, it's your chance to gobble up the green and feast on your share of $55,000 cash. Earn entries all month long and join us on Friday, November 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $10,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., one lucky winner will take home a grand prize of $20,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first.
before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes.
Interception! Did you see that?
No!
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
It's the Mike Tannenbaum Report. It is brought to you by Samwell Institute for Pain Management, the former GM of the Jets and of the Miami Dolphins, and, of course, ESPN NFL front office insider, joins us on Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York. Mike, it's Chris, it's Bart. How we doing?
Doing well, great. How are you guys doing?
We're all right. We're all right. Mike, what was your take the other day when the Giants made the decision to keep Joe Schoen but to fire Brian Daboll?
I was surprised, just given, the fact that this team has, the record over the last couple of years. They kind of came in together, assumed that would be the way they would move forward, but obviously ownership made a different decision, and they'll go into the marketplace with a GM in place, and, that may help, it may not, and, they can always react accordingly as their coaching search unfolds.
Not to be funny, and I'm not trying to throw you on the spot, but, for him to lead the coaching search, to me, is potentially absurd because he doesn't have a vested interest to do what's best for the team. He has a vested interest to do what's best for him because he's trying to find the best pairing for him, not the best coach for the team. And, we've seen over the years, right, the 33rd team, and before that it was Charlie Casserly, I believe. You had these firms that were supposed to do a objective search. And I know some people can say, well, who's to say that those people don't have their favors and they're not doing favors for people? But isn't it kind of crazy that potentially he could be hiring a coach or the coach that you want may not want to work with him? Because to me it feels like that the coaches have more power than the general managers because a lot of general managers now are new where coaches are more veteran and more known commodities.
Yeah, it's a very fair point, Bart. And all I can tell you is you could see how, the marketplace could react. Going back a couple of years ago, Romeo Crennel was let go at Kansas City. Scott Pioli stayed through the search. They hired Andy Reid. Andy Reid felt, wanted to go with a different personnel guy, and obviously the rest is history. Scott went on to become the assistant GM of the Falcons, where they had a nice run there. So you never know what will happen in the marketplace. But I totally understand your point.
Mike Tannenbaum is with us right now. I mean, we saw it this past year with Trent Baalke in Jacksonville that, a couple of candidates, I guess, expressed concerns about it, and they went in another direction. Mike, let's talk about this for a second. When you look at the Giants, is it important that you have an offensive coach when you have a young quarterback like Jackson Dart, or is it more important just to have, I mean, this is going to sound silly, but is it just best to have the best kind of head coach, or do you need to have a specific kind of head coach?
No, I think you need the best head coach, and some of the best head coaches we know came from the defensive side of the ball, especially in this market, starting with Bill Parcells and Bill Belichick. You could look in the AFC right now, and Drake May is thriving with Mike Vrabel. Josh Allen and Sean McDermott have obviously had a great run. Mike McDonald in Seattle is arguably one of the best young coaches. All those guys are on the defensive side of the ball. So being a head coach is about holding players accountable, hiring a good staff, managing a staff. And, Bart knows better than anybody, Chris. Look at the guy in Baltimore and John Harbaugh, who really had more of a special teams background than anything. And, he's been the backbone of, a run going on, almost 2 decades here.
Now, we've seen in this market particularly Jets or Giants, first-time head coaches. How important is it maybe if you're going to have a seasoned, or not a seasoned, but a young general manager, that you get a veteran head coach so that you talk about Vrabel and how easy it was and how smooth the transition was? It's because he's been a head coach before, so there's a lot of things he wasn't learning on the job with. Do you think that they should go with whether it's offense or defenses? Should it be, would you, if you're the general manager, be looking more for a seasoned head coach that has been a head coach in this league before?
Well, that's certainly going to be a factor, Bart. I would say the other thing is really understanding the market, because let's face it, New York is not for everybody, and fit there is important. So, be it experience, organizational alignment, but I also think the factor of geographic sort of considerations is important, because we've seen people come into this market not really understanding what you're facing, and it's another layer of complexity, and it could be a barrier to being successful. So I'm a big believer in being thorough and making sure you have the right fit, the right coach. I don't think the side of the ball matters, but I think the right temperament, and certainly to your point, Bart, experience could be, hugely beneficial as well.
Mike Tannenbaum with us, ESPN NFL front office insider. Mike, is it unfair for me to suggest that the final straw for Brian Daboll might have been Jackson Dart getting hurt?
Yeah, I think that's unfair.
Okay.
I think when you make some of these decisions, Chris, they're so transformational, they're so important, they involve so many people's lives, around the building, in the building, families, kids, it can't be about any one thing to make it outcome determinative. It has to be, a lot of body of work for a long period of time. And I'll tell you this too, the other thing is, there's a great expression that applies here, which is, if you're doing a good job from a management/ownership standpoint, if and when you make that very difficult decision to let somebody go, they shouldn't be surprised. And what you mean by that is, did they have time to course correct? Did they have time to get better? Look, all three of us are better today in our jobs than we were on day one. And people that gave us opportunities have been patient and let us grow and develop. And so whatever the challenges that they may have had with Coach Daboll, you certainly hope, that was communicated to him and he had a chance to improve on that.
Is it unfair given the fact that, we would say, and I think Pro Football Focus before the season started said that this probably was the least talented or one of the least talented rosters in all of football. But if the reports are, the assumption is correct that Daboll is the one that stood on the table for Jackson Dart, then why isn't he given the benefit of the doubt and Shane not given the benefit of the doubt?
Yeah, well, look, to me, Bart, the bigger the decision, the more that you want to have, consensus, and you would hope to think that they didn't run a process where, who they want at quarterback wasn't, sort of everyone bought into it. When we traded up for Mark Sanchez, everybody was on board with that. I just didn't walk in the draft room and say, oh, hey, by the way, we just traded up for Mark Sanchez. Likewise, if they were going in on Jackson Dart and trading up for him, that's something that ownership has to feel comfortable with. Head coach, GM, you're not making that decision alone. So, again, I don't know what precipitated keeping one and not the other. It did strike me a little odd, just given the fact that they came in together. They came from the same organization in Buffalo. The record's the same for both guys. So, again, we'll see how it plays out. And, Chris, your point's interesting. Trent Baalke, initially stated, and then he didn't. And, again, I think, market conditions could play a role in that.
Mike, when we look at Aaron Glenn right now, he did the thing yesterday with Rich Cimini. I'm sure you saw it, that, where he's talking about, ask Rich about the injuries. In other words, he's getting a little bit annoyed with what's going on. Has Aaron been a little bit too sensitive with the media at times this year, in your estimation?
Yeah, I don't know if I would use the word sensitive, but it's a part of the job that head coaches just have to, grow into. And there's no easy way to deal with it. I learned from a guy in Coach Parcells who, if he was on right now with us, would tell you, dealing with the media was never something that he enjoyed or handled well, or it took him a while. Certainly, I felt the same for me. And, I think look, I've known Aaron Glenn for 30 years. I know what type of person he is and how hard he works and how important it is to him. And I think his instincts are always going to be what's best for the team. If that, rankles people along the way, that's going to happen. And, maybe as he evolves, maybe there's a little bit more nuance along the way. But the thing that I love about Aaron that I know so well is, like, it is coming from a place of what is ever best for the team is what I'm going to do. And if that has some bumps along the way, so be it.
I want to go back to the Giants because I think it's the obvious question because you know both of these people or you know this person. Do you think that this is a job that Bill Belichick should be considered for? Because that's what people around here are saying, and it's split down the middle. Some people think no way, especially with what's going on in Carolina. And, some people are saying, hey, well, this is one of his dream jobs, and he's one of the best candidates out there.
Yeah, well, look, I always, believe you got to be thorough, right? Like, this should be something that takes several months, and you vet out a lot of possibilities. So, with that said, I would certainly think you would have to, consider his candidacy. And, the guy's the all-time winningest coach in the history of the NFL. Like, that kind of speaks for itself. He has a connection to the organization. Now, look, he's at a different point in his life, but certainly that's something that, if you're looking at a search bar, it's a little bit like the first day of the draft board. It starts very big, and you look at all the options. So I'm sure that's something that will be discussed, in their building.
Mike, you've obviously been in the most important of seats in an organization. When you look at what's happened with him, take aside the name Belichick for a moment, but you keep the resume, you keep everything else, and the kind of attention that's been drawn to it over the last year, as you're considering somebody like that, how much do you think that affects his candidacy?
Yeah, well, look, it is a little bit of apples to oranges, from a standpoint of, like, look, Chris, you're around the college game as much as anybody. But, that ecosystem is a lot about, like, the messaging and now everything, obviously, in social media.
Yeah.
Like, that's not as important. The NFL is such a binary world of you either win or lose. Like, no one cares about, who you're married to or anything. Like, if you're winning, that's great. Like, I just think the ecosystems as it relates to some of the things that people may point to just don't matter as much in the NFL because the NFL, and I think what I love about the NFL as much as anything, guys, it is the ultimate meritocracy. Like, you either win or you go home, and nothing else really matters. So I think from that standpoint, like, a coach, should stand on the merits of his resume more so than, any other consideration.
I mean, it's an excellent point. It's an excellent point in how different they are now. Mike, thanks so much. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, guys. Thank you.
I couldn't agree with him more on the whole thing of, man, it's a lot different in college when you look at all of those other extenuating circumstances than it is in the league. And just aside, I think outside of the guys who want to be head coaches and want to be massive kings of a kingdom like in college, the guys who just want to coach would rather be in the league. They don't want to deal with everything else.
They don't want to deal with this NIL, guys.
They don't want to deal with recruiting.
Yeah, guys being basically free agents every year. You got to re-recruit your own guys. But for me, it didn't end great in New England. That's what I'm judging him off of. I'm judging him off what took him to college, and I'm looking at Vrabel and how well he's connected with the team and how quickly he's made the transition. And to me, sometimes it's about guys with old school mentality don't know how to. It's nothing wrong with having old school principles. I think Deion is an example of that, right? He's a guy that's an old school guy, no matter what you may think about Deion, but he's adopted new school. He's evolved. You can't come back and be the same way because the athlete is different. And you have to adjust to the new athlete, understand that these players that you're coaching grew up in a different world than those Warriors, the Vrabels, and the Rodney Harrisons that you had. And you got to be able to, how can I get the same effort and productivity with a different philosophy and a different mindset? Oh, you like Ronnie Lott ut off his finger. Ain't nobody in the league right now cutting off their finger for nothing. Like they're like, oh man, my plantar fasciitis is flared up. I can't play today, coach.
11 o'clock, Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York. We continue on the phones at 800-919-3776, and we will dive into the Jets more with what we saw with Aaron Glenn yesterday and why this is just not helping. It's all on the way. Also, get in on the chat over on YouTube on the ESPN New York YouTube page.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Your fantasy roster is set, the Smack Talk is heating up, and this season ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sportsbook for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook, download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Michelle Smallman here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this Black Friday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get a full year of Netflix, an unlimited mobile line, a $400 prepaid card, and more, all on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
I really don't know what Aaron Glenn's doing yesterday. 800-919-3776. Calls coming in 5 minutes. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube page where the comments are coming in. So if you missed it yesterday, Aaron Glenn at his press conference started it out by saying he didn't really want to talk about injuries. And if you have injuries, well, maybe you should ask Rich Cimini about the injuries.
I'm going to pass on talking about injuries since Rich, he's not here, has all the answers. So you guys can get all the injuries from Rich.
Are you a candidate for IR, or is that not something you want to?
Ask Rich.
I'm asking you.
Well, I'm telling you to ask Rich.
He's not here, though. Hey,
well, you better call him.
No disrespect to you or Rich, but we want to hear from you.
You guys have been here. You guys have been hearing from me, but now since we're just reporting stuff, that I haven't said, then maybe you should ask him.
Well, that's the problem, is that Rich is doing his job. Why are we getting on Rich?
Well, that's unfair to the reporters that's there to do their job.
Yes.
And that's not a level of professionalism. Like, Glenn is better than that. And he has to understand that this market, because who's your qualm with? Rich or the people that's asking you the question? Because I got nothing to do with Rich. I'm asking you. If that's the case, then there's no need for us to be here. Right? Because if that's the case, we can just text all our questions in to Rich. Like, you can't say you're here to talk about one part of the team and not another. Like, they didn't even ask, who's going to be your quarterback. They didn't ask that question. I feel like you've kind of trained.
Well, I told them not to ask that question.
You've trained them and made it so awkward that they don't even bother answering that question because they know they're going to get absolutely nothing. But what does injuries have to do with it? I think Garrett Wilson not being healthy and not playing for 3 to 4 weeks because of a sprained knee is pertinent information.
Rich reported it the day before that Garrett Wilson was going to miss 3 to 4 weeks. How is that different than every other day in the league?
Yes. All right, is this something that maybe he's like, where's these leaks coming from? How does Rich know and I haven't even announced it yet? Man, come on, man. Everybody.
But let's talk about that for a second. If you're trying to figure out where the leaks are coming from, you got to be a little slicker than that.
Yeah.
Because what you just did is whoever was leaking it to Rich, you just drove them back into the wall where they're not going to say anything at all, and now you still can't figure out who it is. You got to suck them out a little bit. I told you about this. What happened with Manish.
Yeah.
For those who don't remember, a few years back, this is 7-8 years ago, when Mike Pettin was the defensive coordinator and Rex was the head coach, the Jets thought that Mike Pettin was leaking information to Manish Mehta, who was covering the team for the Daily News at the time. So they set him up. The day that the Jets' schedule and the NFL schedules were coming out, the Jets front office folks, whether it was their PR or whoever, sent an email to the entire organization, and then they sent one separate email to Mike Pettin. And the separate email, all of the emails had the schedule in it. The one that Pettin got had one game different. And so they could tell that if Manish printed that story and that schedule, there's only one place he could have gotten it from. And that's exactly what happened. He printed it, and then Pettin was kind of nailed by Rex for giving it up.
Excommunicado.
Yeah. We're not going to give you any more secrets.
I knew it was you, Fredo. You're still my brother. But it was why, Fredo? Why? Mike Pettin, he made you from the defensive line coach to the coordinator, man.
That's an all-time great one to me. But anyway, the point is this. If that's what you're trying to accomplish, first of all, why bother?
Yeah, who cares? Rich been around so long that he deserves to learn some of the dirty secrets of the team. I mean, the dude's been covering the team for 30 years. Come on, man. What's the benefit? I should get some perks that other people don't get.
Yes. And is it any surprise that an injury revolving around one of your best players actually gets out in terms of news to somebody?
He didn't make the game. He didn't finish the game. We knew he wasn't playing this week on a short week. Why would he play? Now, we didn't know the extent that it's 3 to 4, but come on, man.
Well, all right. All of that, if there is purpose behind it, I don't know what it is. I don't think there is any purpose behind it.
I think you just don't like the fact that other people know your business.
Yeah, I'm sure that's part of it. It probably aggravated him that somebody found out about this and was able to put that information
before
out
he
there.
can say it.
Exactly. Well, this has happened all season long, and it's not just the Jets. Like, you don't have to worry about this. This is not the kind of leak I'd worry about. I worry about leaks when there's real stuff on the line.
Something that was said inside of a team meeting or something like that.
Exactly.
Bro, somebody being injured, Garrett could have said that. Garrett could have been the one like, yeah, like, hey, how you feeling, man? Yeah, it's going to be a couple weeks, man. You don't even know where it came from, brother. Like, and who can?
Why do you think he's getting so wrapped up in it? Is it just that he doesn't like people knowing his business?
He's been weird. He's been acting weird ever since they asked about Aaron Rodgers. You only would have had to address Aaron Rodgers in the situation 4 times, right? When Aaron came out, you got to rebut. And after that, that's just part of it, man. Aaron was going to go away eventually, so why even worry about, I'm not answering any questions about Aaron. That's the questions you're going to get after that. So make it awkward, man.
It just, to me, is silly. There's no reason for Aaron Glenn to get caught up in these dumb, side, meaningless topics and meaningless little media squabbles that have nothing to do with coaching the team. Nothing. If you're trying to head something off the pass, all right. But why isn't anybody saying to Aaron, what are we doing here? Woody, why are we making something out of nothing? That's what he did, right?
Making a mountain out of a molehill.
It does not make any sense to me. And what it speaks to me larger about is that he's a little more sensitive than I would care for him to be.
Yeah, you don't want to come off like that. Like babies, we used to call it baby Cincy. Rex, I think rule number 4 was have skin like an armadillo. You know what I'm saying? Not that deer skin. You can't have that soft deer skin, man. He's better than that.
800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. We'll get in on that. We'll get in on your other calls now. Alex in Aberdeen is up on ESPN New York. Alex, what's up, dude?
Hey, guys, what's going on? Now, let me start off by saying I in no way backing Glenn on this, but for many years I have not liked Cimini and the way he reports, and just if you look at his text during a game, he's the most sarcastic person. I mean, they could get a first down, and he'd be like, a miracle at the Meadowlands and whatnot. Now, he was on the show.
I got to tell you, and listen, I've known Rich a long, long time. If you follow media in general, when it comes to sarcasm, that's all they are. That's all, and I should say we are. Yes, we're sarcastic. Rich, I would not put at the top of that list. Anyway, go ahead.
We
Alex.
had one in Baltimore named Mike Preston.
Yeah.
And every market has one. And they usually are the ones that's been around so long that they've seen so much that they're broken.
No, there are other people I would put in front of Rich there for sure. Anyway, go ahead, Alex.
So 2 quick points. The first point was this morning he was on the morning show before your show, and he said, Glenn has my phone number. If he had a problem with me, he could have reached out to me, which I totally respect. But he could also have called the coach and said, listen, I got the information on Garrett. I'm going to report this as a professional courtesy.
Wow. Why?
My other point is, one more point, and then you guys, I called another radio store years ago after he did another report like this, and I said, Cimini, and the person I spoke to said, I'm very close to Rich, and I told him, for your own sanity, for your own professionalism, you need to switch teams that you're beat per quarter for. So it's not just me, but I understand what's going on. If we were 7-2, this is not a discussion. We're not 2-7, and we got to be better than this.
Yeah, Alex, listen, Rich is one of the most level-headed guys in this town who has been covering a team for a really long time. I think you're barking up the wrong tree on that one. And secondly, first of all, you don't know that he didn't call to somebody at the organization to do it, but if Rich had it cold, it's not his responsibility that he has to do that either. The organization, they're not his editors. They're not his bosses.
Right.
And trust me, Rich is not reporting that unless he's got it. He's not going out of his way to do something like that unless he has got it cold. And you know what? He's got it cold, as it turns out.
Yeah, he was right. So, we got information a couple days early. Ain't that what we want in this society?
We want it all right now.
Exactly.
We want it all right now. By the way, the Mike Tannenbaum Report was brought to you by Samwell Institute for Pain Management. For a pain-free life, visit SamwellPain.com today. How about Tyler in Tennessee next, listening on the ESPN New York app? Tyler, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's going good.
Well,
at least we're on a 2-game winning streak. Knicks won.
Yeah. That's a good sign, but
All right, Tyler, let's perk it up, huh? Let's go.
You like, it's cold outside.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying, man.
Snowflake.
No, I'm trying, man. I'm working right now too.
Okay.
So I mean, Glenn, I started getting a little bit better feelings about Glenn, and then he's gonna start with this dodgy stuff in the media again with the smart remarks and the Rich Domini thing. I really didn't appreciate that because Rich was just doing his job. There's no reason to throw him under the bus like that. And another thing I want to say is y'all are my favorite show by far. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys.
Appreciate it, T-Whistle.
You should have led with that.
Is it in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, man. Oh, man, he probably got good weather down there. Decent.
I would think.
Better
it gets a
than
little chilly there.
Yeah, it does get chilly.
Man, it got cold quick. Like I went out to Monday. What is today? Wednesday.
Yeah.
Monday night.
Yeah.
Damn.
They say it's going to be. Remember how much rain we got. We went straight from rain to heat. They say this may be one of the snowiest winters that we've had in a long time. So now I got to smooth up to my landscaper because usually last year I was so happy. I was like, don't worry, I'll do it myself. Now I'm gonna have to depend on this dude. Hey man, make sure my driveway so wifey ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Having to get out the house with the snow and all that stuff. I need to come to my driveway first, man. Come to my driveway at night. You know, because kids gotta go to school at 4, like at 7. So I need the driveway done. As soon as the snow coming, I need that salt down there. You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta kiss his ass all day. Man, you know, like it's like $225. It's like $250 every time he does it. So
you also have basically a county road for your driveway.
You ain't lying.
Yeah,
you ain't lying for real.
I got to go through 4 checkpoints to get to your house.
Hey, one of the worst days of my life used to be having to walk my garbage can down to the front of the like, man, hell no. I was so happy when my son got big enough to walk them damn cans down there, man. It's like 100 yards.
Yeah.
It's like 100 yards.
Go to it, kid.
It's like 100 yards.
The second that kid's as big as the can.
Yeah. Take one at a time.
Make 2 trips.
It's like 100 yards from my front door, like to my driveway.
I believe it.
I'm like, come on,
believe
man.
it. Well,
nobody wants to hear my problem.
No, the landscapers. Listen. So now we live in a townhouse. Right.
HMO.
No,
HOA?
No, all that stuff is just part of it.
Okay.
I'm renting. Right
perfect.
Now. So all of that is just part of it. They take care of it. The house that I lived in, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, okay? I'm freaking lazy, and everybody knows this. So when it comes to like shoveling, I always, when I was a kid, wanted my dad, like, why can't we get a snowblower? And he says, I got a snowblower.
Yeah.
So.
And as a matter of fact, go turn the channel because you my remote too.
Exactly. So when we moved into this house, we got the landscaper, and I don't know about you, the bane of my existence over the last 8-9 years became mulch.
Oh, the black mulch.
And the
wife wants the black mulch, not the like the regular mulch.
How expensive mulch is?
The dyed mulch is expensive as hell.
So I've spent like, I don't know, probably, and we didn't have a big house or anything like that, but on the beds, like this mulch, to put it down every year was like $1,500.
Yes.
Okay? And one year, the guy puts it down, and I'm thinking, all right, well, at the very least, like this is going to make sure, and I was told at the time, there's not going to be weeds coming up, stuff like that. He puts this mulch down in late April, early June. There's weeds coming up right through it.
You know why?
And that aside, like I never get mad about anything.
Yeah.
Oh God, I was steaming, and he knew it. And I called him. I said, "Come on over here because blah 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 blah."
Yeah, come pick this up.
You know what? And I was just ready to. I don't go off on anybody. I was ready to lose it on him because when you spend that kind of money, you expect it to be done right. You know what he did? Came over to the house, but he brought his 5-year-old kid with him.
Hey, kid, Go in the car.
Yeah, no, he brought his 5-year-old kid with him because he
A
knew I
shield.
was pissed and he didn't want me to yell at him. So thankfully, we had our dog at the time.
Oh, go play.
And I said, go play with Snoozer. She loves to run around the back. And I said,
hey, bro,
how do you even justify this? And needless to say, we ended up getting a different landscaper, and of course that cost me twice as much.
Exactly. You want it done right? You want to go ahead?
You can get it done, or you can get it done right.
Boombox, you know what we need? We need the Friday after next. You come down, they give you feet. When they give you more sauce, they give you meat. Bring your ass to Bruh's Barbecue. It's only one location that's close to you, because that's what Carlin did. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you got
God.
that new guy. Like,
Oh, my God. What a disaster.
Did you call him back? Like, I'm sorry.
Come back. I love you.
This is my sorry for 2004?
No.
Oh,
no,
man.
I didn't. But, like, the mulch, the trees, like, now I'm so happy. Like, rent ain't cheap these days, but I'm so happy that, like, I'm not responsible for any of that crap. Any of it. And before, it was just like, oh, my God. People know.
And
they
the
have
thing
a beautiful
is,
backyard.
Do we? But this the problem.
It's the backyard. Nobody's going to be back there.
This the problem is the mulch doesn't stay, right? Because the weather and stuff, it starts to deteriorate. And
Beats
it starts
the
to
crap
wither,
out
right?
of it.
And then it's supposed to be the filter to make sure that your lawn and your trees are getting stuff.
Well,
but then you got to put the fabric down. But here's the problem.
Yes.
Even when you put the fabric down to stop it, that weeds don't need that much depth to create.
No.
So they'll just grow in your mulch, and you pull it, and
They
it's
go
like
right through.
it's no roots there. It's like
Yeah.
there's nothing there. So
Yeah.
like you don't even need dirt for weeds to grow, because they can grow in anything. They grow in the crevices of like I put turf in my backyard. I'm gonna show you what it looked like. They put turf in my backyard because I got tired of like in between like the pavers, weeds just come up all day. Then you got a power washer. You got to put chemicals, but then the wife get mad because the chemicals next to the pool.
Jones BBQ and foot massage.
Go down, they give you more sauce than they give you meat.
That's what Jason says on Twitter or on the YouTube chat. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York. Dave and Elizabeth is next on ESPN. Dave, what's up, brother?
What up, fellas? So, all week we've been talking the stuff. Now it's time to get down to business. I'm going to pull a Tesla from Wes Caldwell. Now I'm going to jump straight into it. Aaron Glenn, why are you beefing with Rich Cimini when all he's trying to do is enlighten the fan base? Like, bro, you got bigger fish to fry. Our quarterback had 45 yards of production, and that production came from Breece Hall with that touchdown off that screen. You need to be worrying about winning games and coming up with a game plan for the future of, the organization and what you got going on for your own job. You're here picking beefs with the media guys. Come on, bro. Make it make sense. You look stupid. And then on top of that, I didn't get an opportunity to see this yesterday. Joe Schoen, they're going to do you like how my father used to do me and my older brother. Yeah. I would get my tail kicked first, and then my dad would get my older brother because he thought he wasn't going to get disciplined either. Yeah, you got Brian Daboll first. You next. Trust me. That's just how they do it. You think that you good. You're not good. And the reason that he's not good and they're going to call him out on it, okay, you got Dart. We give you that. We give you the flowers for that. But how about all the other picks you made? They were garbage. Terrible. Terrible picks. Like, not for nothing. I don't know who's evaluating talent there, but I think I could do a better job than them.
I wonder if the whole scouting department takes the L. But this is the thing. After your dad whooped your ass, did your big brother try and hurry up and go to sleep? You know what that is? Like when you know your like that teacher gonna be calling, and like you try and unplug the phone, you try to take the thing off the phone, but then you take your ass and you try and fall asleep early. Like 5 o'clock, the sun's still out. I was so tired.
Middle of the semester, you'd get the progress reports.
The progress report. Yeah.
Oh man, let me tell you something. I never became better friends with the mailman trying to beat everybody to the mailbox. Get those damn progress reports.
Like, hey, then you get
I tried to bribe him one year. He wouldn't take it.
You got the progress report, but then you try and get all the extra credit work and stuff. You got to write an essay or journal, stuff like that, just so you can get a C-.
So this is back in the day, and I'm not proud of it, but I am kind of proud of it. There was one year where I was not doing well in school. It's probably my junior year. And we still had handwritten report cards at the time. So I had to bring it home. He had to get it signed.
Yeah.
That they had seen it. And so I got the report card, and I got like 2 Ds.
Ooh.
And this was bad. This is a bad report card.
Double B?
So I turned it into a B. Like I was able to kind of turn it into a B and whatever, so that, but this is only half the problem, okay? Because my mom could see it and she could sign it, but what do you do then? Because then you got to bring it back. And it still has to say D instead of B plus or whatever. A friend of mine, I was the bullpen catcher on our team. I would warm up the guy before the game. He was a really good pitcher. And we're talking about it. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And he said, oh, this is easy. He said, what you do is your mom signs it, but then the next morning you spill something on it. And then you kind of wipe away some of the stuff, and some of the stuff that gets wiped away just happens to be those grades you traded, but you make sure that signature is nice and clear from your mom going back. It worked. It worked. Oh, it was amazing.
What'd you spill in there? Ink?
Apple juice.
Squid. Put that squid in there.
Apple juice. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. You can't pull it off now.
And that's the thing. This dude's so brilliant. Like, why y'all just couldn't get good grades?
Exactly.
Like, dude coming up with the Da Vinci Code. You know what I'm saying?
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
Find what you love what you find. A total wine and more. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low. It just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Now open at the North Village Shopping Center next to Trader Joe's.
Drink responsibly, B21.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Can the Knicks remain perfect at home?
Bridges out to Brunson for 3. That is a big sequence right there, putting the Knicks back up by 13 points.
Playing here at MSG, playing at home, there's no better place to play for a group, and we fed off the energy of being here. We strung some games together because we played the right way on both ends of the floor.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Listen up, football.
At Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about. And to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
Don't sweat the technique. I don't know. Harvey Two-Face yesterday was, you know what I'm saying? They saying y'all having DJ wars, son. You going to look techno right here, you know what I'm saying? We over here in Greece right now about to take some mollies.
Sorry, what?
Well, you know Harvey yesterday.
No. I know what you're talking about.
This is the type.
You got to the point about taking Molly, and I'm out the door.
Yeah, this is like the type of music when you're over there in Greece and they have them villa parties.
Yes,
in Ibiza.
Yeah, when you walk in, they give you a cup with the red pill or the blue pill. You decide if you want to be part of the Matrix or you want to leave the Earth. Just saying. That's what Harvey was playing.
That's what Harvey was playing. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York. And on the ESPN New York, I've on a very little, I've never taken anything that wasn't, like weed.
Yeah, me either. But my dad, like I told you the time my dad was in Vietnam and he told him to stick his tongue out.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
First of all,
I just don't.
You can't get me to stick my tongue out, Chris.
No.
For no reason.
No.
Especially not without well, why would you want to see my tongue? You know what I'm saying? It's just not like,
yeah.
What's up,
Yeah.
It's just, boop, there's some LSD.
Dad, what are you doing? But I don't.
The 70s, everybody was doing it. No, Dad, no.
I don't enjoy not being in control of the situation.
Yeah.
That's where you lose me completely.
You pass out, somebody take pictures. You ever had a friend pass out, y'all start taking pictures and making fun of them?
I was like 10 at a sleepover. No, but I haven't done that
the hell was
before.
y'all doing that at sleepover?
When you have a sleepover when you're a kid, like a birthday party or something
I'm talking about going out partying. You got the friend that passed out from being drunk.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've seen that done, but I never did that. I never wanted to do that to anybody because I never wanted to be that guy. Yeah. And look at me. My head is like a giant canvas. I don't need to give them any reason to do it. Audio files, let's go. Tight!
The audio file.
So smooth.
Snap!
It's a 7-second delay from this room to the Captain Spock room.
Let's get Tom in here for a little audio files. Tommy.
Hi, guys. So, we were talking about Aaron Glenn in the last segment, and we heard from Aaron Glenn calling out Rich Cimini, saying, you know what? If there's any injuries to report, you can ask him. Well, now let's hear from Rich Cimini himself, because he was with DPH on Rothenberg this morning, and Rich wasn't sure why Glenn would call him out.
I don't know where the motivation came from doing that. You know, I like Aaron Glenn. When they hired him, I applauded the move. I thought it was a great move, especially to bring back a former Jet, but he's made a lot of questionable decisions. And I'm not sure what the upside of that yesterday was. How does that make him look good or the team look good? I don't know. That's something that normally, look, it's not the first time I've been called out by a coach. I mean, you do this 37 years, you're going to piss some people off along the way, but a lot of times coaches would text me or call me and we would talk through an issue. He has my number where, you know, I'm always willing to talk, but that's why it was very surprising that he did that yesterday. But I don't know what pushed him to that point.
Listen, it might just be an annoyance in a moment that kind of put him over the top. Like maybe he was ticked off about something else. I don't want to defend it. The problem is this has happened a few times.
Say baby Cincy. I mean,
yeah.
Go ask Rich and then say it twice, you know.
It makes you sound like you've got a very thin skin.
Because, listen, if all we talking about you and the only thing you got to be upset about dealing with the media is the fact that you're talking about the injury report, that's good news.
Yeah.
Because what we're not talking about is how bad Justin Fields is and why he shouldn't be starting this week.
Well, that's what we need to talk about when we will in a few moments. Next.
All right, I also want to play something else from DNR this morning. This happens to pertain to the New York Giants because part of the discussion this morning, of course, and what has been since Sable's been fired, is what the hell the Giants are doing with Joe Schoen. And so he looks like he's going to be retained, and Louis Riddick, he posed a very good point to the guys, which I totally agree with. He was asked, will Schoen be retained, and is that going to turn some people off if that's necessarily the case?
It may be, if all things are being equal, and that's the deciding factor, meaning I'm really starting from ground zero with a general manager that I'm coming in with, that I'm tethered together with, as opposed to someone who's an incumbent. Sure, there'll be coaches who go, you know, I'll prefer option B over option A here, being, in this case, the Giants, simply because of that, simply because of what I keep talking about. And that's not, look, I don't know Joe Schoen. I don't know what the relationship was like between him and Brian. I'm just saying from the outside looking in, if I was a head coaching candidate, those would be questions I'd want to have answered.
Listen, I would too. And if it ends up being like a Trent Baalke situation where coaches come in, they interview, you know, Liam Cohen, maybe he's going to get offered the job, and he says, I ain't working with that guy. I'm good. I'll go back to Tampa. Guess who's going to go? Joe Schoen. This is why I don't understand. The most important thing is to have alignment in what you are doing. And the best way to do that is when you have the two guys brought in at the same time so there are no surprises on what you're trying to do. And more importantly, no agendas other than trying to win.
Listen, when they chose each other, to death do you part. And this is football death. Both of y'all, peace. Like, y'all decided to come in together. Y'all decided to be the band, so y'all equally take the credit because didn't they both get extensions at the same time? So you got both extensions, you're going to get fired at the same time.
I think it's such a great point that Mike Tannenbaum talks about all the time. Football is the ultimate meritocracy. You are either good enough to win or you're not, and you're either staying or you're going home. And that's what matters in the end, in the NFL. Next!
Speaking a little bit more about the Giants, of course, Brian Daboll no longer has a job, so that means there's an opening to fill. And Bill Belichick, of course, had to be asked about that because he's done such a great job with the University of North Carolina that he has to be a candidate for the New York Giants. So, Bill, what do you think?
Yeah, getting ready for Wake Forest. That's all I got this week.
Has anyone asked you, or the players or recruits want to know about your future?
I mean, I've been asked about it from time to time, but yeah, look, I've been down this road before. I'm focused on Wake Forest. That's it, and that's my commitment to this team. And next week it'll be to our next opponent and so forth. But I'm here to do the best I can for this team.
First of all, what recruits? Who the hell looking at what they watching? Who the hell trying to go to North Carolina?
Listen, if the checks keep getting bigger, that's all that's going to matter. That's all that's going to matter.
I think Jeffrey might reduce his contributions by 30%.
There's enough people at North Carolina that will find the money.
It is?
Yeah. University of North Carolina, a lot of rich people who are alums. They will find the money. It's just, listen, I'm not killing Bill over this first year at North Carolina. This is not, when you are walking into college football and you haven't been in in forever.
He's humble.
Yes.
That's the thing.
But that's going to happen in this.
We saw Lovie Smith humble. We saw Woody go to Indiana humble. So what makes us think that he's going to ever figure it out? The only person that ever left, came back and came back again was John Harbaugh. That's why he's the GOAT.
Hey, I don't fault him at all. What I'm doing is evaluating whether or not I still think he's a great head coach in the NFL. And if that's the case, winning, all that matters. What else you got? Let's go.
I got one more for you, and this one has nothing to do with the Jets or Giants, but does have to do with the Giants' rival, the Philadelphia Eagles, because A.J. Brown, of course, is not happy with the team. And apparently he was on a stream with a friend, and I found this funny. He talked about how he's been lately, and let's just say he's very blunt.
No. Where have you been?
No, just check up. You my dog. Like, I still got, you know what I'm saying? I gotta check up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like family good, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else, no. No, how you been? Yeah, I've been, struggling, brother.
Matt Boombaka also told me that on the stream. I believe A.J. Brown also said that if you have me in fantasy, you might want to drop me.
Wow. That's a rough one for somebody in fantasy to hear. That's a rough one. Because that dude's a high pick. You just ruined somebody's season like that. Hey, he only had 3 targets the other day. You know, it's not a good situation. And it's not going to get resolved until the offseason because Howie Roseman was not about to trade away a great player. And A.J. Brown is a great player. But when you hear him say after the season last year that I thought winning was going to be the thing that would make me feel best about everything, and it doesn't, well, that's when you know you had a problem.
Yeah, well, this is what I get about that, right? I get the fact that A.J. Brown he does enjoy winning, right? Because the alternative was he was catching a lot of balls in Tennessee, but they weren't winning. But at some point, you're like, man, I can't have games where I'm not even involved in the game.
Yeah.
Like, if that's the case, man, y'all can get somebody. Like, nobody – that's why a lot of people, like, early on in Lamar Jackson's career, you couldn't get a prime receiver to get traded or signed there as a free agent.
They were all afraid to.
I'm not about to be sitting here stalk blocking all damn day. That's not what I hear. Like, you want to still be able to – like, A.J. Brown was on a Hall of Fame trajectory, right? When he was with his first year there before Saquon got there, he was on a Super Bowl trajectory because they were throwing him the ball. He was flirting with 2,000 yards or flirting with 1,800 yards receiving. And now it's just like, bro, my quarterback is reluctant to throw me the football. He's afraid. He just wants to win. I get it. But we can win with you throwing me the football and give me a chance at 50-50 balls. I shouldn't have to be wide-ass open to get opportunities when I'm watching Jamar Chase getting thrown into double coverage, triple coverage, like single coverage. Like, the only time, like, Jalen Hurts gives him the ball is when he sees, like, oh, I got him one-on-one for sure. And nobody wants to do that. You still want to be able to do what you do well. So sometimes I think we're unfair to A.J. Brown about, oh, that's selfish. He thought it would be. You want to play well. You don't work out all offseason running routes and getting crisp and all that stuff just to get in the regular season and not actually run routes and get the ball.
Have to do the right thing here. And at the end of the year, it's going to be moving on from A.J. Brown. And it's not because he's a bad guy or anything. When the guy says, I thought this would heal my heart, and really when I'm happiest is when I am dominating and we're winning, well, that's not what the Eagles are doing right now. So
I get it.
Here's the thing. I really, in this case, don't want A.J. Brown to be perceived as a bad guy.
Yeah, because
I don't think he is.
He's a hard worker. He's trying his best. He's reading. He's meditating. The dude is wide open, and the quarterback ain't throwing the ball.
This is not I'm coming out and being a jackass to be a jackass. I have told you where I am with this and how I feel. I don't blame him one bit. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. The bigger issue with the Jets than Aaron Glenn getting mad at Rich Cimini. That's next on ESPN New York.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Like to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
All the way over Barzell, score!
New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomans.com.
D'Agostino, Law Bite Back. I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino, nicknamed The Closer, continuing D'Agostino and Associates' legacy of helping the injured for over 35 years. My father, John D'Agostino, built this injury firm to help accident victims.
This is John D'Agostino, and this is a family firm. For us, it's about doing what's right and making sure somebody pays for your pain. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE-BACK.
They call me The Closer because big or small, in court or out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve.
D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Alan Hahn here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. They remodeled a bath in my house, converting a tub into a shower. The result, amazing. Bathfitter offers custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, durable with no demo, no mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Take advantage of their biggest sale of the year. Save up to $800 on a complete Bathfitter system. See their website or call for details and start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Michelle Smallman here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
NBA fans, the race for the Emirates NBA Cup is on.
Let the games begin.
30 teams will start, but only 8 will advance.
Oh, he puts it in!
And only one champion will capture the cup.
Let's go!
To finish first, they'll have to put the pedal to the metal. Who will capture the cup? Well, let's see what happens on the court.
Basketball is back!
Emirates NBA Cup Group Play continues every Friday on Prime.
In 60 seconds, the bigger issue with the Jets right now that has nothing to do with Rich Cimini. Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 7 o'clock, Rangers are in Tampa Bay to face the Lightning. Coverage begins on 10:50 a.m. and then the ESPN New York app starting at 6:30. Also at 7, Knicks hosting the Magic. I'm interested to watch this game tonight. Coverage begins right here on 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app, starting at 6:30. And then at 9:30, Devils in Chicago to take on the Blackhawks. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. We've seen enough of Justin Fields. Can we see Tyrod Taylor tomorrow night just to have a chance against New England? That would be a nice change of pace.
I just hate the fact that we're going to start with Justin Fields, and then you're probably going to start in the hole. If he's not on, listen, the thing is, like, oh, let it go through Breece Hall. That's great. Breece Hall has shown how dynamic he is. But the Patriots are, I believe, first or second in stopping the run. So it could be tough sledding. It's definitely going to be tough sledding. It's definitely going to be tough sledding if you look up and it's definitely going to be tough sledding if you look up and you can't throw the football, because they do have two lockdown corners in Carlton Davis and Gonzalez. So it's going to be difficult to throw the ball anyway. But if it's no threat, they're just going to take that away. And then they have an offense and Drake May that is probably, I think he's completing 71% of his balls.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if Butte is going to be back, but they can run the ball. They have good tight ends as well. So this is a good litmus test to see where the Jets really are as they go against one of the better teams or one of the better coach teams, right? The last couple of weeks we've been saying, hey, the mistakes have gone away, the penalties are down. Well, that's because you're going against opponents that you don't have to, they don't push you to the limits of your capabilities.
I've seen what the capabilities are for Justin Fields. We've seen enough, okay? It's not just off of the bad performance last week. It's that this is what it is. He might play exceptionally well this week, but I don't think it's going to be this week. You have a stretch where you're going to have 5 games. Let's just break it down into thirds of the season, so to speak, okay? You're going to have 5 games. You're going to have 1 game where he plays really well. You're going to have 1 game where he's just god-awful. And then you're going to have 3 games where he's going to lean more toward not playing well. Like, that's all it is. It's remarkable inconsistency. Nobody expects Tyrod Taylor to be amazing. What I do expect is that you have to provide something that will make them respect the run or make them respect the pass so that you can run the football.
Yeah, you're not going to just say, okay, well, we're going to just have Justin Fields run down, and because they have capable pass rushers too. So you need the ball to come out with timing and rhythm, right? And, like, short week, hostile environment, a team that's trying to create separation. And when you have teams like this, like a Vrabel team, coach team, you typically don't have letdowns and look past people games, right? And this is also a team that absolutely hates your guts. And Vrabel was there when it was popular to hate your guts. So they're going to come in with a level of energy that you might not even be ready to match. So I need all hands on deck. I need the best possible players out there. And right now, Tyrod Taylor gives you the best chance, in my opinion, to not even win, just not to get embarrassed.
Yeah, to have a chance to be in the game.
Yes.
And
if you wait to halftime,
this
is
what I was going to bring up. I thought it was a great point that you brought up a few minutes ago. Why are you wasting a half?
Right.
Why are you giving that away? Why are you going to put yourself in the hole, and then Tyrod has to come in
them
and maybe take some chances that he don't want to take?
Right. And then if he throws a couple of see, he's Justin Fields. He's going to turn. Bro, that's because we're behind. I'm trying to catch up, so now I'm predictable.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather Tyrod be able to come out with his 15-play script, come out, say this is what we're doing, and play in the rhythm. I mean, he was going to be your starting quarterback against the Bengals until Tyrod, had the knee or whatever the issue. So if you were going to bench Tyrod, if you're going to bench Justin Fields, like, for all the good favor and all the good things that you did last week, he did against the Bengals, all that is erased with just how horrible he was against the Cleveland Browns.
Do you think he's playing right now, Fields, because Tyrod is not quite 100%, or do you think he's playing because Aaron Glenn wants to try to give him as many opportunities as he can?
I think he's playing right now because Tyrod's knee wasn't 100%. He wasn't ready to play. And when you look up, he had a good game. But that next week, I mean, every offense has a great game against the against the Cincinnati Bengals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? So that's everybody throws for 400 yards or 300 yards. You know what I'm saying? So
the other great game was against Pittsburgh. Their defense looks bad,
and they were particularly bad early on.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, don't let the joys of winning blind you from the things that can get you beat. And this is a different opponent. This is a 7-2 opponent that's won 7 straight games.
It just frustrates me that Fields continues to get opportunities here when this is what he has always been in his career, and I get it. He's had 900 different coordinators and all that stuff.
Who else has 900 coordinators? Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield. Daniel Jones. At some point, you either got the goods or you don't.
You took Kevin O'Connell away from Sam Darnold. How's he doing? He's doing fine.
candidate.
He's doing fine. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on the team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch could feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what's making a difference. No surgeries, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication, just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, and sciatica, and with a plan that is customized for you. Same-day or next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Oh, we've got so much more this coming hour. Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York. What kind of coach should the Giants be hiring? And Joe Schoen, not a slam dunk to return after the year. We get into all that. We've got Sideline to Sideline coming. We have got How Much Did That Guy Make? Bart's favorite game. It's all in the next hour on Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel this November, it's your chance to gobble up the green and feast on your share of $55,000 cash. Earn entries all month long and join us on Friday, November 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $10,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., 1 lucky winner will take home a grand prize of $20,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Wednesday with Don Hahn and Rosenberg. Can the Knicks remain perfect at home?
Bridges out to Brunson for 3. That is a big sequence right there, putting the Knicks back up by 13 points.
Playing here at MSG, playing at home, there's no better place to play for a group, and we fed off the energy of being here. We strung some games together because we played the right way on both ends of the floor.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids.
KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Clinton Yates here. The holidays are upon us, and so are the savings at Total Wine & More. Discover thousands of wines, spirits, and beers like my favorite, IPAs, perfect for every celebration and every budget. From bold reds to sparklers, you'll find the perfect wines to raise a glass this season. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find only at Total Wine & More. Curbside pickup and delivery available in most areas. See TotalWine.com for details. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21. On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
That's right. It is noon 01 on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. It is Bart and Carlin with you. And, of course, at noon, it means what?
It's the power hour.
Wow, that looked like it hurt. Like when you went doubled back right there?
See what happens if I come out too hard with the ow, then I don't have the ow. It's all about your breath, and I got to make sure I breathe from a diaphragm.
I'm breaking the scientific aspect of it down on the Power Hour. Very well.
Power.
Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. A lot of today on the Jets and Giants, as you would expect. We will get to some Knicks this hour as well. The news of the day is as follows. The Giants are going to start Jameis Winston on Sunday. Mike Kafka is scheduled to talk to the media about a half hour from now. The first time anybody from the Giants has spoken to the media outside of the statement they made since they fired Brian Daboll on Monday. But Jameis going to start at quarterback, thank God. Because assuming that Jackson Dart cannot play because of clearing concussion protocol, and at this point, like, why would you play him unless he is more than 100% and ready to go? Jameis Winston will give the Giants, at the very least, entertainment, and they will give them an opportunity. It will not be consistent 3-and-outs. It will not be throwing the ball out of the back of the end zone on purpose on a fourth down. It will not be any of that. And look, whatever Russ is, if he's a Hall of Famer or if he's played his way out of it, whatever you want to say, he's not a great player anymore. He's not a good player anymore. And Jameis will turn the ball over. We know this. But Jameis will give you a chance because he will chuck it all over the lot.
Yeah, I mean, listen, no risky, no bisky is what, usually what he says. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing. We know James going to throw touchdown passes. We just don't know who he's throwing them to. You know what I mean? But Jameis Winston is a very capable quarterback. He has tremendous arm talent. At this point, he's seen everything Nothing's going to concern him. Nothing's going to scare him. And he is not afraid of Michael Parsons, Rashawn Gary. He's a guy that had faced down great defenses before, mainly when you think about when he was with Cleveland and he was going against that vaunted T.J. Watt and what's his name? Highsmith. Yeah, High whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He faced them last year in the snow, one of the most beautiful games that we've ever seen. And he balled out in that game, ran for some touchdown passes. So he's not going to be afraid of the tandem of Michael Parsons and all those guys. He's been there, done that. And, I would love to see him play because it's going to allow these receivers to be able to stretch the football field and see what type of speed they got. You talk about Slayton. Slayton's a deep threat. Talk about Wan'Dale Robinson. Everybody becomes alive when Jameis Winston has because he still has one of the most talented arms in football.
The other part is for Jameis to go, obviously it means that you're not going to have Jackson Dart this week. We all operate under that assumption. And this was John Gruden in the offseason, pre-draft, on Barstool, talking to Jackson Dart. And to say that this is prophetic would be underselling it.
I want you to change your playing style.
Yes, sir.
I think it's reckless. I think it's careless, and I think it's dangerous. You're the only guy that can't play with a sore right shoulder. Mm-hmm. And we can't play without you. You've come out of some games now.
Right.
You had your ass knocked off, and you sucked it up and went back in the game. But talk to me about some of these hits. Why won't you go out of bounds? Why won't you go down?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you're going to be in that concussion protocol tent, and I'm going to be holding the game plan going, where the hell is Dart at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Write it down, Evil Knievel. That's who you are. You're going to jump over a freaking canyon out there in Utah. Is that what you're going to do in your off season? I mean, you did it at USC. You haven't changed. Why haven't you changed?
Yeah, it's definitely something that when I watch back and in those moments, I definitely are like, all right, like that's not smart. It's not a smart hit to take. So that's definitely something I'm going to, get better at. But, in my mind, I'm always trying to be +2 and
plus what?
+2.
What's that?
Anytime you get hit with contact, I want to fall 2 yards forward.
Yeah, well, that's all great, but not anymore.
Yeah, that's for a wide receiver. That's for a running back. That's for a fullback. That is not for a quarterback in any way. And that's all stuff that was said before the draft. What do you know? He's been in the tent 4 different times during preseason and regular season to get evaluated for a concussion.
When he goes in the tent, does he write his name on the wall? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Jackson was here?
Yeah. Like
everybody goes in there, got to autograph the wall?
Exactly. It's like, with Andy. Oh, man, you don't know none of my movies. Shawshank Redemption, man, when Andy was
Andy Dufresne.
Yeah, when he wrote in there like,
yeah.
So-and-so was the old dude that hung
the
himself.
Old guy, yeah. What was the old guy's name who unfortunately killed himself?
He wasn't even old enough to watch that movie. He ain't never seen that movie before.
No,
That's too sophisticated to him. If it ain't no comedy or something about humping, he ain't watching it.
That's a classic movie. I love that movie.
The old guy who ran the library. And said,
he had the bird.
Yes, and he said so-and-so was here. He wrote it up there.
That would be Brooks.
Brooks, thank you.
Get busy living or get busy dying.
Well, yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it's that. But I don't think he's going in there and signing it. I don't think anybody wants him.
But listen, he's been there too often, right? He knows the protocol. He knows what it looks like. And what quarterbacks have to understand, like I said before, is the reason why you get all the money and the reason why you're considered the most important is because you touch the ball every play. So you have our fate. And out of any of those plays, you can either win us the game or you can lose us the game. And with you out there, with him out there, and potentially with him saying, hey, Russell Wilson's going to be our quarterback, you're handing him the game.
Well, then there's the part with Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll. We're bouncing here because there are about 5 different aspects of the Giants that we've been talking about today.
It's almost 12:30.
What?
12:30, we're supposed to hear some words.
What do you mean? Yes, we will. Hopefully. Hopefully around 12:45. We'll have some.
I want the truth.
What do you think Kafka's going to say?
He's going to say, I was held back by Brian Daboll. He is not a good man, and I'm going to come out here, and we're going to play football. We're going to rally behind Kurt Warner, and we're going to win a football game. Behind Jameis Winston, and we're going to win football games. Because this team, everybody feels great. Oh, I hope no stories start coming out like what's his name? The Kelly dude.
I got nothing.
LSU. The coach.
Oh, Brian Kelly?
Yeah, I hope no stories start coming out.
I don't think any stories are going to start coming out like Brian Kelly's going to see come out here in the coming weeks.
Wink kind of like start saying stuff. What I'm saying is I hope people don't say, hey, man, it was an impossible environment to coach underneath because, he was always yelling at us, screaming at us, and, we could never get comfortable to do our job. And maybe, Kafka's going to have the ability to do things his way. Because sometimes –
do you think anybody's going to kick him in the ass on the way out the door?
No, what I'm saying is because when Rex gave the play calling over to Mike Pettin, you still have like the ghost of Christmas past kind of hovering over you. You know what I'm saying? So like when you talk about what that feels like, that could be very intimidating when you have your ideas, but somebody saying, no, I think we should do this, and they got final say, but you're the play caller and you're calling the plays, but he's telling you, I want this in, that in, take that out, and don't allow you to do your thing.
Well, now you've got the Joe Schoen aspect of it. He's sticking around. We don't know for sure that he is definitively going to be here long term. The Giants said in their statement yesterday that he's going to lead the search for a new head coach, but Jacksonville said that last year about Trent Baalke too, and that changed pretty cleanly when none of the coaches that they interviewed really wanted to particularly work with him. So Schoen still has that in front of him. But will that turn off some coaching candidates? Here's Louis Riddick this morning on DNR.
It may be, if all things are being equal, and that's the deciding factor, meaning I'm really starting from ground zero with a general manager that I'm coming in with, that I'm tethered together with, as opposed to someone who's an incumbent. Sure, there'll be coaches who go, I'll prefer option B over option A here, being, in this case, the Giants, simply because of that, simply because of what I keep talking about. And that's not, look, I don't know Joe Schoen. I don't know what the relationship was like between him and Brian. I'm just saying from the outside looking in, if I was a head coaching candidate, those would be questions I'd want to have answered.
I would not want to go near a situation where there was not perfect alignment. And when I am going in to work with somebody that, frankly, just may have exercised their muscle of trying to play the political game in order to keep his job. Because that just tells me that we're not aligned. We're not hired at the same time. We're not trying to figure out how to win the exact same way. We're not doing any of that. We're not doing any of it.
Daboll was a nifty lion?
No, he had a Penn State sweatshirt on.
Oh.
Bart's looking at TV, and he was just
I know what I'm saying, because that means that he's going to go be the Penn State head coach?
I don't think so. I don't think he will be. No. Bart saw him up on McAfee.
Okay, I thought they were like...
No, that was just the first picture that was taken of him post getting fired, and he happened to be wearing a Penn State sweatshirt outside his house.
Where the hell was he at? Alaska? Did he go back to Buffalo? Where was that snow at?
I guess that was somewhere in New Jersey. Maybe
Look at that.
I know, but maybe it snowed a little bit like that for a short time, and that's when it happened to be.
Huh.
I don't know.
Huh. Now they stalking a man outside his crib. Scary stuff, man. He just posted where he live at.
Well, they didn't post where he lived at. They just showed him outside the house. Couldn't tell for sure exactly where
Don't show people my house.
I'm not defending it. I don't want people coming. I don't think they should go to his house and try to take pictures of him there.
Yeah, that's low class, man.
Yeah, I don't think
that's the
that's
New York
cool.
Post. That's not good.
I don't know if it was the Post or who it was.
It said the New York Post.
Yeah, shock anybody?
Yeah, I didn't see anything. I don't know who it was.
No, I didn't. I didn't see where it was from.
Oh, no.
What do I care about offending the New York Post?
I thought you was protecting me for something. I don't know. I was like,
the New York Post?
You're right. Maybe it wasn't the Post.
No. I don't know. I looked up and I just saw the picture. I didn't see where it was from. What would it shock me if it was the Post? It would not.
I wonder how Daboll. Listen, I wouldn't have not let Daboll.
Yeah, it was the Post. It was the Post.
Let me tell you something. If I got to live with that, you got to. If I got to watch the rest of these games, you do too. You just get into the 2-week vacation with pay.
Yeah.
This dude just put all this. Listen, I'm shutting down my Amazon thing. And I had to pay, like, even though I'm shutting it down, I had to pay all my employees their PTO.
Mm-hmm.
Not happy about that.
All right, well, they're looking for jobs. So maybe feel...
No, we placed them. We placed them.
Found them for other places?
Yeah, the same job. So,
okay.
like, their PTO should roll over.
Okay.
I shouldn't have to pay their PTO. They still got a job. I ain't got a business. Shutting it down.
They get served up the old screw job. What can I tell you? It happens.
The extra $12,000 I had to put in payroll this week. I could have bought me a coat.
Is anybody sympathy in there? Sympathy?
I got that violin. None. I got that violin, son.
Nothing in there for Bart over the $12,000 that he could have spent on a coat that he paid out to some employees.
No.
Tom's over there swiping left. He ain't paying no attention to what the hell we got going on.
Bart, we have a keychain.
He got his heart broke.
Bart, we have a keychain of the world's smallest violin in studio. That's why I'm playing for you right now.
Oh, yeah, I know. You got it when the Yankees got put out the playoffs. Yeah, thanks. I see why it's in there, not in here, because you've been playing it for a long time.
Let's do a little sideline to sideline. Hit it.
It's going to happen.
This is Sideline to Sideline. Go. With Bart and Carlin.
Tom Bauer is here with Sideline to Sideline. Stories around the league. Let's go, Tom.
All right, the first one. Travis Hunter will miss the rest of the regular season because he had to undergo surgery on his right knee on Tuesday. He suffered a non-contact injury during practice while on defense to his LCL. Not good. And he was starting to get things together, too. He became the Jags' #1 wide receiver ever since Brian Thomas started dropping footballs that were thrown to him. Is there any concern for him going forward about playing two ways on offense and defense?
Yeah, because it gives him two opportunities to get hurt.
Yeah.
And, like, for me, like I put it like this. How the hell is – let me tell you something. If Travis Hunter is your #1 receiver, you don't have a great wide receiver because he's not polished as a wide receiver. Travis Hunter, if he focuses in short order of time, could be a top 5 corner in this league. He is not even top 20 as far as receivers. I can name like 20 receivers that's better than him right now, or maybe even 30. He might be out of the top 30.
That aside, the whole Jacksonville thing has lost its luster. I mean, the Liam Cohen, Trevor Lawrence revitalization project, that kind of feels like it's fallen apart a little bit. They blew a 19-point lead.
Yeah.
19-point lead to Houston. Come on. I don't feel like Trevor Lawrence is long for Jacksonville, and this is obviously bad news when you lose this guy.
Three coaches.
Yeah. You're not going near him this offseason. I'm not.
We don't know if he's good. I don't know if people tell me that Jordan Love is good. I don't know if he's good. Like, these guys are guys that tease you, and as soon as you start to believe in them. Like, right now, like, Drake May has passed Trevor Lawrence as far as how we feel about how good of a quarterback there is. That's a problem. This is the #1 overall pick. And you gave him $200 million. And if I'm Liam Cohen, and the problem is they won't have an opportunity to be able to get a high pick because they're not that bad.
Because they traded away their pick to get Travis Hunter last year.
So what we always ask is, when you lose a quarterback or you fire somebody, who are you getting to replace him?
What kind of a package would a quarterback desperate team give them for Trevor Lawrence? Like, here's your team, all right? What would the Raiders give you for Trevor Lawrence?
I give you a 2027 one. I want to see if I'm better with him. I give you a 2027 one.
And you got to give me another pick this coming year.
I got to carry that big ass contract.
Got to give me another pick this year.
I'll give you a second this year. I'll give you the Quentin Williams. I'll give you a second this year and a first next year, hoping that I would be better next year with him and I get to see what he's like.
Next.
No, the Jets could do that, but I'm not giving up this. I'm not giving him 200.
I don't know if I'm the Jets. I'm going to go down the
Right. What I'm saying is the money. The money's too high. And other breaking news too, Marvin Harris Jr. appendicitis out.
Oh, really?
He had surgery, emergency surgery.
Yeah, that was going to be my next story, actually.
Good job.
So
way to take away Tom's shine.
I thought it was super breaking. You can talk about Zaire Alexander taking a voluntary leave.
Okay, well, now we're just jumping the gun. Thank you. At any rate, because Bart mentioned it first, Marvin Harrison Jr., he did undergo surgery for appendicitis. He's out this week, possibly longer. Other Arizona wide receiver news, Zay Jones tore his Achilles last Sunday versus the Seahawks.
Oh.
So he'll be out for the season.
That hurts.
Things not sunny out in Arizona.
Yeah, this could lead to Gannon's downfall here. Gannon might be done.
Yeah, and they might do a whole
Yep.
Like, get rid of Kyler Murray.
Get rid of Gannon. New coach.
Gannon. You know, it's
Monty
crazy.
Austinfort's the GM out there. He was the Patriots guy. I wonder if they'd cut him loose, too. Now, he did not draft Murray. He didn't pay Murray either, I don't believe. I don't believe. Maybe he did.
Would he bring in Bill? No. Save us, Bill. Save Kyler Murray. Dun, dun, dun. This is where old people come to age anyway, Bill. Come out and get some sun for your bones.
It's 110. You'll never be cold.
Bill's like, I'm still a little tight. He still got the hoodie on. It's still a bit chilly.
Next.
And the other story that Bart jumped me on, Jair Alexander is stepping away from football. The Philadelphia Eagles cornerback stepping away to focus on getting right physically and mentally amid his ongoing recovery from off-season knee surgery. According to ESPN, Alexander has not formally submitted any retirement paperwork as of this morning. A source indicated to ESPN that dealing with the multiple injuries over recent seasons and going from one of the better corners of the league to a reserve role, it came with a mental toll and it necessitated a step back to figure things out. Bart, have you ever gone through something like this? Do you know guys who have gone through something like this, and how do they respond?
I have not gone through this because if I would have said, hey, I'm going to take a leave for action, I probably would have never got back in the league. So, like, Jair Alexander is that good of a player. I thought 2 years ago he was the best corner in all of football. Clearly he wasn't right. He got embarrassed on Monday Night Football against the Buffalo Bills, where he fell down and stuff like that. Listen, if he's going to try and get right, this is the right time to get right. And, maybe, the Eagles can make this work because when he takes a leave of absence, I think that freezes his contract so they don't have to pay him. But then they can come back and still own his rights if he comes back. So I'd much rather have a healthy Jair Alexander because a healthy Jair Alexander can be your starting corner in this league and dominate and go against all the big receivers in this league. So, I mean, unfortunate. We have to take this seriously, and they have to make sure they take it seriously because what just happened in Lou in Dallas, when somebody says mental health and get itself right, mental toll, you have to make sure that you give him all the support that he needs because he's outwardly telling you that I'm not right in my head physically and mentally, so you have to make sure you honor that and do what's right. At the end of the day, football comes secondary to somebody's life.
Just as an aside, you know what's adorable is that as you're saying Jair Alexander, the whole time, couple times, Tom goes in my ear.
Jair
Alexander.
Yeah, Jair.
As if like,
Jair's like tomato.
But why are you saying it to me? Why are you saying it to? Why don't you say it to him?
I know it's
Why
Jair.
don't you have some guts to say it to him?
I'll be honest.
Like I'm going to step in and correct him.
I'll be honest.
I mean, I would, but still.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I hit the wrong button.
Jay can sound like a Z. Jair.
Yeah, no.
My ear.
Who did you screw up earlier in the show that was very funny? It was Porter. Somebody Porter.
Yeah, Tracy Porter.
Tracy Porter versus Tyrone Tracy.
Tracy Porter was a hell of a cornerback, bro.
He was very good.
You know what I'm saying?
He was very good.
Well, he was all right.
Next.
I got one more for you.
You went from he's a hell of a player to
I was being too kind. Like,
yeah.
Disrespectful to the real good corners out there by saying that he's one too.
Next.
One more for you guys. And so we heard on Monday from Mike Tomlin kind of shrugging off anything that happened with Aaron Rodgers on Sunday because obviously he wasn't happy about it. Well, he expanded on that. Asked about any concerns about Rodgers' play. Tomlin said, Sunday night was what it was, but I have no long-term reservations about his ability to play the position and play the position at high level for us. I know that's going to make Chris very happy.
No, listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that based off of one game from Sunday night, I told you so, he stinks. No, I'm not going to do that. But if this is a trend that continues the rest of the year, then I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to tell you that this is what was going to happen all along.
You don't like him anyway.
No, I don't. But I want him to win. I want the team to win. I really think the Steelers are headed, though, toward a reset. It feels like it because of the amount of money that they spent on defense and what they are not getting in return in production from it.
They had to cut Cam Hayward. Do you trade T.J. Watt? Because now
I think you have to look at it.
You just gave T.J. Watt this big contract. And if you're going to start over, then why would you start over with a $46 million 30-year-old safety? You know
how would I not? How would I not trade him away? I have to because I could still do pretty well for him in return.
I mean, Sauce got what?
2 1s.
Quinnen got what?
Quinnen got a
2 and a 1.
2 and a 1, yeah.
I mean, trade his ass to Buffalo.
Can you get 2 1s for him?
You can get a 1 and a 2 because he's older.
Right, he's 30. Sauce is 25. That's why you get 2 1s.
So you can get a 1.
And it was a desperate team.
You can get a 1 and a 2. Like, it's a lot of teams, but a lot of them know how. You got to look at a team with
cap space?
Patriots.
I don't want to trade them to the Patriots.
Come on now. Come on, man.
I don't want to trade him to the Patriots.
All-American white boy in New England.
That's fine.
He fits like peanut butter and jelly.
I'm sure he does. I don't want to trade him there to help the Patriots win another championship. Screw that noise.
Why
From
you
Pittsburgh,
care?
it's in the AFC.
But you won't be able to win for the next 2 years anyway.
It's in the AFC.
So by that time, his old ass will be ready to retire.
That's fine. I'd rather send him somewhere else if I could. If I find someplace else in the NFC that could use him, that'd be great. I don't want to help the Patriots. The Patriots killed them for years.
But you're taking your whole salary. Okay, send him out there to. Well, you got to see. It's only so many people with a rookie quarterback that you can send them to.
No, I understand. I understand.
Send them to Atlanta, and then take back one of their draft picks. Take back one of their draft picks this year.
Young pass rushers.
Yeah, the guy
Pierce.
Or
the other guy.
I wouldn't give up the other guy, Walker. I wouldn't give him because he's a player. That
Pierce is a nut bar.
Yeah, I would send y'all Pierce.
Yeah, I don't really want the nut bar,
but he's a talented nut bar. And Mike Tomlin. I mean, James Harrison was insane.
Yeah,
Joey Porter was insane. You've dealt with insane.
Not that kind of insane. Not this kind of.
Joey Porter got shot in the ass, and Joey Porter beat up Levi Brown in Vegas at the craps table for no reason. Because it was something on the field. What's crazier than that?
This guy was apparently, picking fights with coaches at Tennessee.
I think Coach Dunbar at 6'6", 260, I think he'll be okay. I think Mike Tomlin will be okay.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. We hope to get you some sound from Mike Kafka before the end of the show. Up next, that's right, it's Bart's favorite game. How much did that guy make?
Yeah. Out of Black Steve Harvey.
Check it out. Also on the ESPN New York YouTube page where we will work in some of the comments the rest of the way.
Paying extra for tire care is BS. Bad service. So at Midas, we're rolling out our BS-free tire guarantee, included with paid installation and tax on every purchase. You'll pay nothing for flat replacements, nada for flat repairs, and zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles. That's $0 for all that. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the BS-free tire guarantee, only at Midas.
Michelle's Moment here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
Wednesday with Don Hahn and Rosenberg. Can the Knicks remain perfect at home?
Bridges out to Brunson for 3. That is a big sequence right there, putting the Knicks back up by 13 points.
Playing here at MSG, playing at home, there's no better place to play for a group, and we fed off the energy of being here. We strung some games together because we played the right way on both ends of the floor.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm, and I'm proud to be a part of that legacy.
I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and like my father, I fight to get justice for the injured.
The hustle and grit of these streets shaped me. I'm John D'Agostino, and from the concrete to the courtroom, I built this injury firm 35 years ago to get accident victims justice. So call my team first, 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
You want justice? Think Jenna D'Agostino. Think D'Agostino and Associates. Justice isn't just a word. For us, it's a way of life. It's having compassion for your struggle and getting you paid for your pain. Now that's justice. D'Agostino and Associates means being there for the injured.
Seriously injured? Call my team first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino Law, Bite Back.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomans.com.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app over on the YouTube page as well. Want to get in a couple of comments as we can. Johnny Blaze mentioning the Knicks and the Magic tonight. We didn't really talk about the Knicks at all off of last night. It was kind of a blowout. That John Morant situation is that's not gonna end well.
He's gonna be a blockbuster move, I think, by the trade deadline. I think they're just trying to see where he can go. Like you talk about his shooting percentage, he's just not in it. I don't think he really approved. You look at Desmond Bane hitting the game winner the other day for the Magic. They're breaking his team up, and he sees what's going on. And, at one point, he was the most – we thought he was going to be the Anthony Edwards, the face of the American brand of the NBA, somebody that could take the mantle. But, he really, with the injuries and the off-the-field stuff, has really, really, dimmed his light. But I think a fresh start somewhere – I mean, could the Lakers mess around and make a move for him and put him, Luka, and LeBron together? Like something like that? Like Ja Morant, when healthy, to me is a top 10 player in this league. Like he's a bit of Allen Iverson, a bit of Steve Francis as far as his high-flying ability and stuff like that. He is a tremendous talent. He just needs a little seasoning and a little maturity.
I really wonder in that whole situation if they said to that new coach, we're kind of looking to move away from Morant as it is. So,
yeah,
because it does not feel like you're going to walk in the door, and Morant clearly got Taylor Jenkins fired last year.
Yeah,
that you're going to immediately try to piss off the superstar.
Yeah,
I kind of feel like maybe that was.
They benched him the other day.
Paving the road for this eventual departure.
But to go to the other side on the Knicks, first time they're undefeated at home. Also, 3 games in a row with over 130 points.
Yeah.
So offensively,
this looks great.
Are figuring it out, in my opinion. Defensively, you would want them to see better defensively. They let Memphis back in the game a little bit. You heard Jalen Brunson talk about that briefly.
Who's getting the Timbs tonight? Did you see that? So every time that you have the defensive player of the game, that's the first thing apparently Mike Brown names after the game when they win. They get a pair of Timbs that they put around their neck.
Oh, that's dope.
Because they're hardworking.
Well, I hope they not big cat size because that would be heavy. that's like walking around with a weight trainer.
Well, they look like they are enjoying playing this way. And I'll say that.
But Cat still doesn't seem happy.
No, he doesn't. No.
So they look like they're enjoying. Cat looks like.
But do you think we're going to hit a point this year where it's going to become untenable? I don't really sense that.
No.
This year, I don't really sense that.
No, but what does Giannis want to do?
Well, that's the point. And they're going to revisit that after the year. I don't think Giannis is not going to be an in-season trade. That's not going to happen. I doubt that. But I think it'd happen after the year. And if it does, then you can move along with it. With Cat, I don't think Cat is going to make it a big enough problem during the season when things are going so well for the team that he's going to try to make a bigger stink about this. I don't see that. Doesn't strike me that he would be like that. Do you think he would handle himself that way? Especially if things are going really well for them.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see that. I mean, that's true. I get that.
I mean, I'm giving Cat credit here.
Yeah, give him benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. I'm having trouble imagining him doing that. But, hey, it's entertaining to watch. And I'm really looking forward to watching this game tonight.
It's crazy the pace of play that they have.
Yeah.
But they're still 26 in pace of play in the NBA, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But listen, so far so good. The good thing is we haven't had to talk about the Knicks because they haven't been a disaster.
Exactly. That would have been the only reason.
We're only talking about teams that have been a disaster, which was all the other teams.
Well, we've wanted to talk more about the Knicks because these teams have been a disaster, but they've done it with some entertainment lately.
Exactly. The only one that hasn't done it with entertainment is the Brooklyn Nets.
All right, let's do it. Let's play a little. How much did that guy make?
It's time to play How Much Did That Guy Make?
Another outstanding production piece.
Great, thanks.
Just already covered that. But the premise of the game is this. We are given a random player in any of the four major sports. Well, really the three major sports, because neither of us would know what a hockey player makes.
Yeah.
And we have to guess how much that guy has made in his entire career or up until this point in his career. Could be still active, could be retired. So, Tom Bauer has taken over the helm of this project, and he is here to lead the way and ask the question, how much did that guy make? Tom?
Let's take it away, and let's start things out with the struggling Packers quarterback and Giants opponent on Sunday, Jordan Love. How much has Jordan Love made?
I like when you play because we can get Boombaka in as well.
Oh, that's right.
We can go Three's Company. Who's going first, eh?
Let's start with Chris.
Here's hoping there's not going to be not some sort of sexual misunderstanding between the three of us, like it often happens in Three's Company.
Yeah, I would have got Janet pregnant.
And you're right. We'll start with Chris because he broke my heart over his comment about the production of this segment.
Bart has just said something that Chris can't comment on. While humorous, Chris values his career too much.
That's new, Captain Kirk.
Yes, that will be coming out every time you make a comment that I can't necessarily respond to.
Were you a Janet or Chrissy or Suzanne Summers fan?
I was a Suzanne Summers fan.
You like the blondes. Typical.
No, I'm
typical.
Janet
actually had a better body. You look at them Jordache jeans, and you got to be really cute to rock the short hair.
I'm not saying she was unattractive. You just asked me who I like better. I said Chrissy.
Ginger or the other chick?
Marianne.
Yeah.
I could see Marianne.
No, see? Give me that red hair, man. Come on, man. Red hair spice. Come on, son. All right.
There's no winning with you.
Okay, Scooby-Doo. What's her name? Daphne.
Hey, you guys know what I like? You guys know what I like? Let's play the game that we set up.
Jordan Love.
Chris, go.
He obviously signed a big contract a couple of years ago, about a year and a half ago. I'm going to say that Jordan Love in his career so far right, so far.
Only so far.
Has made $112 million.
112 from Chris. Bart Scott.
Well, this is like his 7th year, right?
Somewhere in that ballpark.
All right, 7th year. So, like, he was a first-round draft pick, low first-round draft pick. He probably got a big signing bonus up front. That's how they did it. I'll probably say, I don't even remember what Chris said, but I'm going to say 130.
130. So we've got 112, 130, Matt Boombaka.
I'm going low because I don't think the big contract has kicked in yet. Give me $88 million.
$88 million. Well. There was a big contract, and the signing bonus did kick in, which was $75 million.
Oh!
And let me just tell you something. One of you hit it right on the money, pretty much.
Really?
$111.8 million.
Wow! Look at that!
Chris Carlin at 112 takes the W in round 1.
And bang! Right there! New sheriff in town.
I hear you, son. That's just one.
That's one, and we got 3 more to go. The backup quarterback who rallied the Texans past the Jaguars, Davis Mills. How much has he made?
How much has Davis Mills made in his career?
Who went last time?
That would be Boombaka, but Bart Scott, we're going to start with you here.
That's racist. All right. Yeah, that the black guy set the table. I'm just messing with you. Davis Mills, I'm not going to give any explanations. This is what, year 5 for him, year 6. I would say he's made $18 million.
Boombaka.
I'll go $26 million.
18-26. All that's left is Chris Carlin's guess.
I'm going to say that he has made $14 million.
Survey says another win for Chris Carlin. He has made $12.4 million over the course of his career.
But you see, I set the bar so low that everybody knew it was a low number. You think quarterback in this league, and that's why the black guy shouldn't have to go first.
No, I'm sorry. You really set the bar so low. It's Davis Mills we're talking about here.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I set it low. People would have thought quarterback, he's been in the league this long, 30, 40.
A backup quarterback.
Hard damn work being this good.
Any rate, will Boombaka or Bart tie it up? Let's find out. The wide receiver who got punched.
Tie it up. I'm up 2-0. I'm rolling. Screw them.
Yeah, I got 2 more for you, so we'll see. The wide receiver who got punched in the face, Amon-Ra St. Brown. How much has he made, Matt Boombaka?
Oh, geez. I don't know if he's signed past his rookie. Is he still on his rookie deal, Bart? Be honest with me.
Why am I going to be honest
Come
with you?
on.
I'm trying
Come
to get
on.
a
Help
dub.
me out here. I'm phoning a friend.
Biff.
He was a 5th-round pick, but I don't know if he got extended. I'm going to say $76 million.
76 from Matt Boombaka.
At a 5th-round draft pick?
I'm gonna say he got extended. I think he got extended.
Mr. Carlin.
$76 million for Boombaka. I'm going to say Amon-Ra St. Brown has made $64 million.
64 and 76, Bart Scott.
Let's see. This is his first year probably on his extension. So if it was an extension, I don't think he hit free agency. I think they paid him early. So that means it probably just kicked in this year. They probably gave him a good signing bonus. I think he has he's making $30 million a year. That's the beginning year of that. I'm going to go, well, I guess it don't matter if you go over, so it don't matter. So I guess I'll go $55 million.
$55 million. Well, guys, he did sign an extension, and I believe it's year 2 of the extension. However, because he was such a late-round draft pick, he barely made any money before that. $38.4 million. Bart Scott is on the board.
Oh, wow. Really? 38.4? That's a low number.
No, but he's making $30 million.
No, I
So
know.
the
I
next
get
2
it.
years,
I get
that's
it
gonna be
because he
60.
wasn't a first-round pick. I was trying to take that into account, but I guess not. All right, Bart's on the board.
And, gentlemen, I got one more for you. And this one, we're only going to consider his playing career. The interim head coach of the New York Giants, Mike Kafka.
Mike Kafka as a backup quarterback in the league.
That's right.
I believe with Philadelphia.
He was in the league?
He was.
Oh, God.
How much did Mike Kafka make as a player in the league?
Do you want to tell us how long he was in the league to make it fair for everybody?
Yeah, let's make that fair.
Okay.
Was he in the league 4 years?
I've got 4 years here, 2010, 11, 14, and 15.
Oh, he was a bum.
Boombaka.
$3.6 million.
Very low from Matt Boombaka. Chris Carlin.
Yeah, I don't think he's far off. How about this? I'm going to go lower. I'm going to go 2.4.
2.4. Bart, will you
I don't
go
know if he
lower?
ever made over $1 million.
What years did he ever play in the league? That's what you guys got to ask.
Tom said it.
Tom
said that.
What did you say, Tom?
I'm not going to. No, he can't repeat it.
I'm talking to Tom. I'm talking to
He
Tom.
can't repeat it.
Tom, you gonna really take their rules?
No, rules are the rules.
When was that the rules?
2010, 11.
I got to get on the board, Bart.
Just because you say it's the rules don't mean it's the rule. You just say it enough.
Can't repeat it.
We've seen too much of that. You just say it enough times, you start think people believe it.
2010, 2011, 2014,
Right.
2015.
So that's before the big boom. So, Chris, you're on the right path, but you probably made 600, 500, even no less than that. It was like, at that point, minimum was probably like 400. I would say what'd you say?
I said 2.4.
He made $1.5 million.
Well. Somebody's almost right on the money, and that is going to tie up the game for the day.
Come
Bart
on!
Scott with 1.5. He made 1.4.
Wow.
Damn, I should get a bonus half a point. I should win by half a point like a tie, because we can't end this game in a tie, son.
Yeah, I'm going to give Chris the win because he was a lot nicer to me in this segment.
Oh, you piece of crap. You just mad because you ain't, see, this is what happened when you ain't getting none. After coming off a hell of a week the week before.
Are you saying that he got dropped, or are you saying it's just he's moved on?
I'm saying, like, the mail order bride canceled. Couldn't get in through customs.
Wow.
So Chris Carlin with the W.
That is rough. The mail order bride canceled. Damn.
I've got some complaints I got to submit to the league office about the game. This was...
That hurts, man. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
This college football moment is brought to you by Serve Pro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on October 2nd, 1993, when the University of California faced a 30-0 halftime deficit to Oregon. Cal went on a remarkable 42-11 run in the second half to capture a 42-41 victory, one of the largest comebacks in college football history.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
The post-career day press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same-day and next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. Jay Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel this November, it's your chance to gobble up the green and feast on your share of $55,000 cash. Earn entries all month long and join us on Friday, November 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $10,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., one lucky winner will take home a grand prize of $20,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this Black Friday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get a full year of Netflix, an unlimited mobile line, a $400 prepaid card, and more, all on us. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Michelle's Moment here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
All right, a little bit of Mike Kafka on becoming the interim head coach, and then a few moments later announced that the starter would be Jameis Winston and the offensive coordinator. Here he is, first of all, on becoming the interim head coach.
First and foremost, I want to thank the Marin Tisch family and our GM, Joe Schoen, for giving me the opportunity here to lead this team. This is a league of incredibly difficult situations, decisions, and, I just have the utmost respect for Dabes and what he's done for me, not only as a friend, but as a coach, giving me an opportunity here to be an offensive coordinator. And so, my thoughts were with him and his family, and I just appreciate, things he's done for me, and I've learned a lot from him. In terms of where we're at right now, I'm excited to lead this group. Focusing each day, taking kind of just one step at a time with the players and the coaches and getting organized. But, I'm excited and looking forward to the challenge.
Okay, and here he is announcing the offensive coordinator and the quarterback this week.
First and foremost, I'm going to make Tim Kelly our offensive coordinator. Really smart coach. He'll help us tie in the run game, the pass game. Does a great job with a lot of good experiences to bank on. We're also going to put Jameis Winston as our starting quarterback, and he'll do a great job. I have a lot of confidence in Jameis, have a lot of confidence in Russ, and he'll be the backup as Jackson works through the concussion protocol.
All right, so that obviously is an incredibly encouraging move to move Jameis into the starting role while Jackson Dart is going through concussion protocol. Number one, there's no reason to rush him back at all. And I thought it was a great point you made earlier, making Jackson Dart maybe sit even an extra game just to get the point across of you got to be smarter because we need you on the field.
Exactly, but a couple of things here, right? Jameis Winston starting, Jackson Dart comes back. Does Russ ask for his release so he can maybe get on a roster of a playoff team where he can sit as a backup somewhere? Because if Jameis Winston is the starter now, then if Dart comes back, then Jameis, the natural progression is to move Jameis to the backup. So Russ, why would he want to be the third guy not even dressing?
If I were Russ, I'd want out.
Yeah, just let me go.
Yeah.
Like, just at this point, you've paid me most of my money. Just outright release me, and then I can get picked up by somebody maybe.
I don't know if they're going to release him before Dart is ready to come back.
No, I'm saying when Dart comes back.
When he's back, okay.
Right, so that's one thing. Forgot the second thing, so I guess it's one thing.
Well, the other thing is Tim Kelly was the tight ends coach.
Oh.
And he was the passing game coordinator in Tennessee and then became the offensive coordinator for the 23 season in Tennessee.
So what I really wanted to say, you said he named an offensive coordinator. What I'm saying is, what I like about that is, remember, Ulbrich did not name a defensive coordinator. He tried to do both.
Exactly.
So now this allows Kafka to step back and just be a coach, which is important and vital, I think, to his success if he's going to succeed or fail.
Monty has been waiting entirely too long, and I apologize for that, Monty. You're up, bud. What's up? Monty!
Monty running with
Not my thing. Some guys like all that cold weather, not me.
Monty!
It's all good. Monty, what's up?
Yes.
You're up, brother.
Hey, how you doing?
Sorry it took so long to get to you. What's going on?
All right, I'm good. Listen, I got two comments. I have a comment, then I want to ask you guys something about.
All right, we got 2 minutes.
Lefkowitz. Okay. So listen, Jackson Dart. He plays that way, but he's slight. Okay, and nobody's really saying that. He needs to put on. He wants to have a game. How I see it, he needs to put on about 10 pounds of muscle. He needs to. If he wants to play like that. He's like a Steve McNair. He wants to play like that with maybe a better arm. And I can see that. But he's going to have to get in the weight room. Instead of dancing around in the mirror, he's going to have to get in the mirror with some dumbbells and put on about 10 pounds. My second comment I'd like to see if you guys could comment on is what do you think about Lefkowitz? Do you think that maybe Lefkowitz has sort of learned a little bit with Brady and you could bring him in, but bring a defensive coach and bring a really young offensive coordinator that they can work together and sort of work things out?
Well, that's a lot to ask. I think Leftwich has been out of the league. I don't know where he is now. I know he was a candidate for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when Todd Bowles got elevated, and he's kind of fallen out. He's not an offensive coordinator anywhere. He was a guy under Bruce Aaron. Shout out to Bruce Aaron. He has done so much for African-American coaches, but also so much for women coaches because he was one of the first coaches to ever have a woman on his staff. So, and also I feel like it's something like he was one of the first players to ever room with an African-American player or something back in the day.
I didn't know that about him. Leftwich is in Colorado.
Oh, wow. So,
Deion.
I don't know how much longer that'll last. So,
yeah.
Might want to dust up his resume. Byron Leftwich is a smart, intelligent, good offensive coordinator. I wouldn't mind seeing Byron Leftwich come back, but unfortunately he's been out of the cycle. I would probably see him as more of a offensive coordinator in the league.
The K-Ster is ready and willing and able, and he is next. Followed by DHR this afternoon, Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app.
Wednesday with Don Hahn and Rosenberg. Can the Knicks remain perfect at home?
Bridges out to Brunson for three. That is a big sequence right there, putting the Knicks back up by 13 points.
Playing here at MS